It is Brickworld week, ladies and gentlemen. The hype peaks here. It peaks tonight, right here on a couple of brickheads. All of us are packing our bags. They're packing their mocks. They're making sure they're able to chip that card because a lot of spends are going to be going down in the suburban known as Schaumburg, just outside of Chicago. Tonight, we have some special friends joining, all of whom will be going to Brickworld Chicago. First, I want to welcome the host of the very best show in the game and a good friend, Shy. Shy Time is my time. Welcome back to a couple of brickheads.
Yo.
Up next, back again. He's as excited about this as anyone I know. Of course, I'm talking about our great friend, Tyler, a.k.a. LifeBricks. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, man. So, this is not a typical couple of brickheads episode. So if those of you are a little thrown by like, where's the theme song? I don't know. It's a special dish, so we have to change it up a little bit. Yeah, welcome to the show. We will be having MandR Productions will be joining shortly. He's finishing up some stuff. Hive will be joining us as well. Shout out to Hive. Good morning, Brickworld host. He is stuck in traffic. And, I can't help but think, Shy, when Hive is stuck in traffic, he yells at his friends. Imagine what he does like in gridlock. You know what I mean?
Right? I mean, what kind of traffic is that over there anyways?
We'd like to welcome the chat. Josh from Josh Build Stuff. Good to see you, sir. Loved the Jurassic Park reviews. It's good to see some general hype around those boys, right? It's got a little bit of seeing more reviews and just Jurassic stuff lately. Even what are we, a week, 2 out from it? It still feels like there's some decent hype on it. So
did you see the Lego little shout out to the 30-year Jurassic Park on their Instagram?
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
They should be pushing these to the stars. This is what everybody's always wanted. So, but before we get rolling, we want to, of course, always welcome. All right. We've got Will Harper, the legend himself, Hoarder 66. LifeBricks. Wow, he's in the chat. He's on the show. Multi-talented. Max from Max Bricks. Brickman USA. Shreddy in the house. Macro is here for the hype. Macro, thanks so much for having me on last night. That was a blast. I'm still feeling it. Brick Aesthetics, channel member, dude. So good to see you, man. Matt Murray, welcome. Franklin, thumbing up Matt Murray. I approve of this message. Seattle fan number 12. Welcome to the chaos. Locke, good to see you, brother. I will see you in just a few days. Shout out to Richie, aka our Toy World. Really killing the game as of late, boys. He's around. He's making vids. He's a snazzy dresser. You see, he put out a vlog. Just good stuff, buddy. Carryad 42, what up? Brick Fanatic, hello. Whiskey 488, how you doing? Contra Bricks, good to see you. Prince of Peace, his girth is undeniable. I like that. I like the confidence. Let's see, anybody else in here? Hive is giving the peace sign. He seems like he's in a good mood. We might be all right, Shy. I don't know if he, got into a road rage. Of course, Josh called out earlier from Josh Build Stuff. The Daily Brick is here, and a few others. If I didn't get to shout you out, I definitely will at some point. There's Andrew as well. All right, boys. Let's start talking a little bit of logistics here. When are you? What does this look like for you, Shy? What's the plan here? When are you arriving? When are you leaving? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? Like, what's happening with you?
Well, right now I'm like almost done packing as far as like my mock's packed. That's ready, and I'm expecting it to be destroyed by the time I land. But as far as me leaving, I should be leaving LA around 11 a.m. So that's like I should land at like 5 p.m. Tuesday. I'll be there pretty much chilling until we're allowed to be in the main center and hall and able to build. And then come 3 o'clock, I am packing as fast as I can to get to the airport by like 5:30.
One thing that's so cool about this is everybody's got their own sort of unique journey over there. So like Shy's flying all the way from West Coast, and then you, Tyler, on the other hand, it's a little, what is it, a 45er? What's the drive for you?
It's about 30. Yeah, I mean 45 with a little bit of traffic depending on the time. So it's 45-minute drive, and that's the very fortunate part about me is the fact, if I am transporting a mock or bringing anything, I just throw it in the trunk and it's a safe little drive. I can kind of take it slow if I need to, not bump around too much. Compared to flying on a plane, like I couldn't imagine that, taking mocks and stuff like that. Oh, that'd be a nightmare, I feel like, for me. So I'm very fortunate. So for me, Wednesday morning, I'll get packed up, Tuesday night, ready to go Wednesday morning, get there, noon. I think the convention opens up at 1 on that day, right? Doesn't the hall open up at 1? So I'll cruise around that area like, 12:30 and be able to get in there right away.
These guys are calling out the so damn girthy. Cracks me up. 3 hours away in Indiana. Andrew will be coming in, seems. So for me, I'm going to go from Asheville, North Carolina, to the thriving metropolis of Columbus, Ohio, where our friend Brad from LifeBricks, who will also be joining, by the way, he's running a little late from his other job. He'll be on tonight, but he's picking me up. And word on the street, guys, is there is a Lego store literally around the corner from the airport. So like we're gonna get in there immediately. The camera will be rolling. We will be vlogging this experience. We don't do a whole lot of those on a couple of Brickheads, but some friends have told me it's definitely something we should do more. And if there is going to be a time, I think this trip should be it. So we're doing that. We're gonna stay up there for the night, and then we're headed down to Chicago. We should be in around lunchtime. Wednesday is the plan.
Just perfect. Awesome.
I think somebody has mapped. Brent has found, I think I could be off, but it doesn't really matter. I think there's 12 Walmarts between the Columbus area and
now's perfect time. And I mean, you're seeing some of that clearance pop up. I mean, it's perfect time.
There's some clearance happening, and so we are going to have an epic, I hope.
I wish you guys the best of luck with that clearance.
A little roadie down to Chicago, and we should be there around noonish on that one. So yeah, so it's just cool kind of to hear everybody's path without giving specific flight numbers. I was gonna go Shy. What is your specific flight number for getting?
So exact flight that I'm leaving on, so everyone can know.
Yeah. Let's see. I kind of wanted to wait for everybody on this, but like, Shy, you're good with this kind of stuff. What does this mean to you? I mean, obviously it's a Lego show, right? But I feel like for a lot of us, it's so much more. Like if you were to pitch like what this is, sure, there's a convention, sure, there's mocks and things, but like, what does it mean to you? I know it's something we all look forward to every year.
Wow. Do you want like the meta of this, or do you want like just specifically what it means to me?
Or to people, or to answer however you want, man. Turn your brain off. Just
honestly, like to be real, like I don't know. Like Brickworld Chicago, in my opinion, so just as long as I've been in the community, it's always been a big convention, right? It's always been something that everyone looked forward to, no matter what part of the community that you were on. But the hype for it, like this year, is probably like the most amped up it's ever been. I think COVID had a big play on that, for one, because we had there was a little the dry spell. I mean, obviously Virginia happened, but it wasn't Chicago yet. And then I think last year when like more creators decided to congregate, like you just kind of saw like there wasn't that much content, but there was enough content to be like that was interesting. They were there. And then slowly from the trickle time of when it started, or when you started seeing that content from that convention until like maybe mid year from that Chicago convention, the hype for it started to slowly go up. So then you would start to see in the chats, start seeing everyone's channels, like people talking about Brickworld Chicago. You're gonna go, and like just everyone in the community, whether you're a content creator, just someone in the chat, someone just on Instagram, Twitch, wherever. It takes like one person to be like, hey, come to Chicago. And then the other person's like, I'll come to Chicago. And then you go on another person's stream. Yeah, hey, we're going to Chicago. So slowly within the past year, everyone, not only content creators, but like, every part of not like, like people not even in social media, are amping up Chicago. So I think out of like every convention that's been out there for the, that's going on throughout the entire year, I think this is like the convention, at least for the
sure.
foreseeable future. We it could always switch, and that always happens. But for right now, I think this year, next year, maybe the year after, it's probably going to be very, very important to many people in the LEGO community, not only to myself. That being said, I hope the people who are amping up this convention, I hope that it does show for what people expect it to be. Because what I am worried about is that something else happens or something bad happens and it kind of just destroys it from there, or it just comes too much of a show that like people are just not, they don't want to come back, and so that the amp for it for next year won't continue. So
Gotcha.
I honestly don't know, but for me, that's the meta of that. But for me, I'm excited. I had a great time last year. I met a lot of great people. I'm excited to see the other half of the people who couldn't make it out last year coming this year, like Hive. Like, I'm super excited to give him a hug. I'm hoping to see him first before he sees me, because I know he's gonna bear hug me from the back, and that actually might be a good thing, because my back does need a little tweaking. So like,
Gotcha.
Just meeting everyone that has come up and like kind of stood by the test of time for the past couple years, it's gonna be sick.
Richie says we can all meet up at, very well done. Thank you so much for that, Shai. Richie says we can all meet up at Brickfest Live in Arkansas or something next year. That's true. So if it doesn't live up to the hype, we can all have a date at Brickworld Live or Brickfest Live and turn that into something. Tyler, you've been going for, I believe you said, is this your 10-year Annie on this one?
Wow.
Well, technically, I mean, if we're not counting, I mean, the COVID year.
You can't count COVID. You get that one off.
Yeah, I didn't go to 2019 either. Just relationship stuff at that point. But yeah, so it's my 7th actual Brickworld Chicago, or 6th or whatever. But yeah, I've been going since 2013. And I guess real quickly what it means to me, I think, and why I'm most hyped is, I think, in the Lego space, I think nowadays is not as, say, maybe bad as it was 10 years ago. I feel like it's a lot easier for, people's family and friends to kind of understand like what Lego means to the person, that you're talking about, like say me or any of us here, where it's just more understandable. But I feel like Brickworld kind of projects that more, where it's a lot different than just telling your friends and family and them being accepting of it, and like they're fine with you building the set. Maybe they'll build one with you, buy a small set here and there. But at Brickworld, I mean, it truly is just not even just the best of the best, but it's just every person there, every single person there, is there for the same reason. Just anything you want to talk about. Everyone, kind of knows the inside jokes of like Lego, if you're talking about classic space, fantasy era castle, like Scooby, like everyone knows what they're talking about and is having a good time.
So for example, if I call my kids my mocks, like people will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, truly, I mean, just at Brickworld, I think that's what it means to me, is the fact that it's just 5 days of just a pure getaway of everyone enjoying exactly what you damn enjoy. And it's amazing to me.
Yeah. And I think, Hive, welcome to the stream, dude.
Hey, thanks, man. Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
I think on one of your shows, it was a really cool vibe. You were saying like, this is the one place where you can feel safe. You're amongst fellow, we call ourselves nerds and all that. And that's fine. But I mean, really, you can be totally comfortable in your skin, ages, size, race, color, creeds, all that stuff.
Right.
Shy people, people who are motor mouse like you and me. It doesn't matter. Like,
right.
Like most of us that are all on streams and talking. But my point is, like, I feel like everybody is going to be super comfortable there. I hope there's no, there shouldn't be any kind of judgment other than if it's like a literal contest for some of these mocks and stuff, which I don't get into, but I think it's
right.
So you've been hyping this pretty much since last year's. I know you probably had a smidge of FOMO when all your buds were out there. What is Brickworld, and what does getting there mean to you this year?
Getting there, hopefully not through traffic. Or really bad drivers, because I don't want to make any sudden stops like I did at Brick Fair.
Did you hear what I said about you before you joined?
No, I don't know. It depends. I was sitting around waiting for a while, but
for a link. My bad. No. what I said was, I was like, Hive gets into it with his friends. I wonder what he does on road rage. Yeah,
yeah, I really need to chill out with that. To be honest with you,
people have guns where you live.
Yeah, no, down in Pensacola. Yeah, I had a situation similar to that because I really act before I think sometimes and speak before I think sometimes, especially when people are in the wrong about something. Unfortunately, sometimes when people are in the wrong about something, they don't care. And sometimes they arm themselves. And sometimes they don't like guys just like yelling stuff at them or giving them the finger or other gestures that I can't show on the stream right now. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, if something happens, I guess I'll learn my lesson when I...
There you go. Well, shout out to Whiskey. It looks like he's tending to an injured dog all day, hoping for the best.
Yeah.
And that sucks to hear, dude.
Yeah.
So we're all thinking about your if it's your dog or so, it doesn't matter.
But hey, seriously,
what does it mean to you, man?
Yeah, what does it mean to me? I mean, so yeah, there was definitely some FOMO from the last one. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple different things. I mean, one is my mock. This is like the first real mock I've made, and I'm kind of nervous, but not really. I mean, there's a little bit of nervousness, kind of like just with meeting everybody. I mean, there's a little bit of nervousness, but it's so the anticipation and then excitement is so overwhelming. You know what I mean? And I'm a loudmouth. Hey, look at that, man! Got another member.
Whoa, we got a new channel member, Seattle fan number 12. Welcome officially to the Girth Gang. Yeah. Seattle fan, thank you so much for subscribing. Much appreciated. Sorry to cut you off, Hive, but you know we have to do that when there's a new member.
Hey man,
sometimes I'm known to bust the flow. You know, it just depends on what's going on.
No, man, no, it's all
Chopping
good.
It up.
But yeah,
I appreciate it too. But yeah,
there's the mock aspect.
I can real quick though, Hive, real quick. You said you're nervous about it. You know what I always tell people when they say they're nervous about something? It means they give a shit. You know, so that's good.
Yeah,
it's good totally. To be nervous because if you were just rolled up there and you were like, you know, put your piece out there, which I think you've done a really nice job of documenting throughout your streams,
right?
Showing the progress. I love how you solved for the backdrop issue, dude. I thought that was phenomenal. Like
as far as
you were trying to find a solve for a backdrop, but then I think you had
for
to
the mock, yeah.
Like you mocked within a mock, like that's awesome. So like,
yeah, shout out to a couple of different people were kind of pushing that on me, and I really wanted to do it because it makes sense because it's brick built. You know what I mean? So just having like a picture, which I wouldn't have minded the picture, but yeah, I just was like, man, I got a lot of red bricks. Let me see what I can whip up together, and it was kind of a forced perspective thing, anyways. Because when I first imagined when they were like, yeah, do a backdrop, I was thinking like a big, you know, on a big base plate kind of backdrop, you know, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I can just do something like really small and it just kind of forced perspective where you put like the little bricks, like smaller bricks. So it looks like it's in the background. And look, I mean, I got these cool little red lights to put above it and it's my first one. You know what I mean? I keep saying, I'm like, I'm trying not to kill myself or be too critical about it. You know what I mean? Dude, I put enough money into it. That's something I keep talking about, man. The hard truth.
Multiple bricklink orders. Yeah.
I get something out of this mock that I'll never get out of buying sets, which isn't a slight on sets, but man, is it way expensive, like to just
for sure. But those of us that have been following and you even call it the journey to Brickworld, man, I'm so stoked to see it. And I think just starting and finishing it is huge because we can all come up with 10,000 excuses not to do something all the time.
I will say, not
you got it done.
About other mocks, not like just mine or anything, but it is really cool when you watch somebody build something over time and then you get to see it in person. I mean, I know like guys like Rich Boy J and all them, and you know, like you watch their videos making like Start Killer Base and all that, and then you see it in person, which might be the biggest mock I've ever seen. I don't know. It's a tie between Shy. What's the ship that Brickmania has? You know what I'm talking about?
There's multiple ships. They have the USS Missouri and the Macon Island in different locations. Those are huge.
Dude, I remember when I filmed it at Brick Fair, you're like just walking all the way around it. Dude.
See what it looks like now. That was only the prototype.
So yeah, you got the mock. You got the mock. Hive. Let's get a little more sentimental with it. Like, but you've built a giant. Now you've been in the game for a long time.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not dating you. I'm saying you've been in the game for longer than I. You've got a vast network of friends that I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing. Like, what does that mean? And you're gonna have even new friends that you're gonna be hugging again, and for the first time in some cases. Like,
so that's the other thing. It's actually quite amazing because like when I went to Brick Fair a couple years ago, that was the first Brick Fair I'd been to that since the channel and meeting some people and stuff like that. Because I've been to Brick Fair several years, but it was always like just on a Saturday. But there was a large group of people that I got to meet, but it's insane the number of people that I'm going to meet at Brickworld. Not just content creators like you guys, man. I'm talking about people, in the chat,
members,
subscribers, members, fans. I mean, but yeah, we build these relationships over years, right? I mean, it seems years and years and years ago, man, like people wouldn't have understood this kind of thing, you know what I mean? But after, and I understand it's not the same thing as knowing somebody like in person, real life, like you live next to them and all that stuff. But dude, we get to know each other for years, man. We have conversations and just getting to know. We watch each other grown, like it's crazy, man. Yeah. So like to get to meet Shy in person, you in person, Tyler in person, like.
Okay.
I've met Ryan, but to even just see Ryan again, you know what I mean? Like just like you said, like people that I've met before, now getting to see them again and rekindle the friendship again. And that's what's great about it, man. Look, we're all different people, but obviously I always compare it to like going to a ball game or going to like a concert. We're all there for the same reason, man. You know what I mean? We're all there for the love of Lego and we're all excited. We're all happy. Like, and I just want to, like I said, man, just relish it and wallow in it, man. I mean, because dude, it's gonna be. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Look, I'll be honest. I'm probably gonna cry when we leave. I got a little balled up the last birthday I was at. You know what I mean? I know I was giving Shy crap the other day about crying at weddings and stuff like that, but look, and I'm gonna cry at a brick.
Shy's a wedding crier.
Depends who's getting married.
But yeah,
because it makes good sense. You'll do the happy cry. Yeah, okay.
It's so overwhelming, man, because like I said, you're just there with so many people that you made friends with. You know what I mean? Even if they're different circles, you know what I mean? So good stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like I got a little taste of it last year when we were starting to, I think, click a little bit like in the space. So it was like extra hype that I already had met a lot of folks through having them on the show. And so I love the way it went down last year where I just got the little taste, and now I can get the full entree and hang for like a week.
There is two other things though I wanted to just add.
Oh, do it. Sorry.
Just real quick. I don't want to take up like a whole show of me talking.
No, go ahead.
One is also going to all of the Brickmania, Bricks and Minifigs, like the Lego store is like, duh, that's just a big thing anyway. Because this is the one time a year too. I know this sounds dumb considering how much Lego we all buy, but this is the one time a year I'm gonna, and I already talked to my wife about it. I save money. I'm gonna probably drop some money seriously on some sets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other thing I wanted to say too is like I'm on vacation. Like this is my break from all the madness. My job and everything, man. So yeah, man.
No, 100%. Yeah. And I guess just for me, like what it means in addition to what I was saying earlier, like, I don't know, it's like, it's already become a fixture. And I think we've all been like looking to this date, much like people look forward to, the Super Bowl, the World Series, the Olympics, whatever it is for you, whatever your jam is. San Diego Comic-Con for a lot of people is their Super Bowl. But I think this is just so much cooler because the event itself is great. The organizers are great. It's all first class all the way. But then on top of it, you're not just going with like your one buddy. In my case, I'm rooming with my buddy Brent, sure, but you've got other people that you're going to be hanging with as well. Because I used to live literally across the street from San Diego Comic-Con. And
I know I really regret living out there and not getting a chance.
And at the time, I used to live like in a out in right field of Petco. It was cool. I could look down in there. It was sick. Sometimes I just open the windows and play the game, and like there'd be a little delay. But anyways, fireworks shows. Oh God, it was a good time. There's other stuff I can't talk about, but I used to go there like by myself because I didn't have anybody to go with or to share it with, and I certainly didn't know anybody there. And so I have never been to a convention where I already knew people there. So I just think that's so cool, and we're so connected by this thing. But I think it's bigger than this thing, because I think we've all become pretty good buds, you know. And so for me, this is akin to hanging out with just my regular buddies or whatever you grew up with, the way you look forward to hanging out with them, you know, that kind of stuff. So you nailed it on the taking a break. I think a lot of us are dads and husbands, and we have real jobs. And so like to be able to go and sort of ball out and be a straight up kid for a week, a year, if we can get that hall pass, it's fleeting for a lot of us. So it's not super common.
Actually,
so
that might be why I'm crying when we get done with I'm coming back.
Go back to scraping the pool or something, or taking out the ducks. Yeah, no, I mean that's so. So yeah, I think that's what it means to me. Is just like look, I've been on here a lot. I love Mox as much as the next guy, and I love buying shit as much as the next guy. The vendors and all that stuff, but I'm there to hang with my boys and girls, you know. That's why I'm there. So because after you take a spin around the hall and show your respects to everything, it's really about the vibe. And people use that word community, but there it's a real community feel. So if I could reach through the screen for anybody who's like on the fence, or they're already feeling a little bummed if they're not able to make it this year, I would say this: like, you've got a year to get yourself ready for it. It is by far, again, being a con veteran, the most affordable convention, quite frankly, of anything that's like a major property that I've ever seen. I think your whole week pass, guys, keep me honest here, $120, something like that.
That's if you go all out, yeah.
If you ball completely out of control, 120. I'm seeing like just average middle of the road act, rock bands getting that for a ticket to a show. You know what I mean? And we're not even talking about your heavy hitters, Taylor Swift type people. We're just talking about the guy who had 2 hits in 93. So 120 on that. Figure out your flights. I know it's still kind of bonkers out there, but certainly under 5 for whatever it is, 100 if you know what you're doing. And I don't mind sharing with everybody. Brent and I are splitting a room, and I want to say it's like 300 something a piece for the entire week.
Not bad at all.
And this is a Renaissance. This isn't a dump. This is like a higher level Marriott than the regular stuff, like courtyards and all that. So my point is, this is obtainable. So don't think like, oh, it's going to be a fortune. It's really reasonable, especially if you can go in on a roommate situation, if that's what you need to do. So I want everybody out there to like, think about that. You got a year for, I feel like in and around $1,000, you could probably get out there.
Have a really good time. Yeah.
And then, you're going to need to eat. And of course, those little plastic bastards are going to tempt you to buy a bunch of them, but that's, that's up to you, what you ration on that stuff. But here's the beautiful thing. Actually, you don't even have to do that, because you can bring your stuff and sling it. You can trade it. There's the garage sale.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was sitting here doing. I'm getting stuff like this way, because I got a garage sale table. So I've been like packing these guys up and getting sets ready to sell. And
awesome, sweet.
Yeah, man. I was so happy I won the lottery, because I missed the first time to sign up for it, and then when they did the lottery, I was like, yes, I won.
All right, let's get into something a little less sentimental, but a little more fun. Shy, set the table. Everybody talks about this garage sale. I want you to tell me how it's supposed to go, or what it is, how it's supposed to go, and what happened at Brickworld Chicago 2022. I remember I did not have the pass. It was a lot of hearsay. I only got the day pass, so I was not able to go to that. For those who have been hearing about it, not aware of what it is, can you describe the garage sale?
I think this is a better question set for Tyler, since he goes all the time.
Okay, Tyler, go ahead, Tyler.
Well, see, not really, since I only went to public days for 17, 18, and last year. But last year, the thing is, all I remember about last year during the garage sale was just I got my dad that Maersk train, and I undersold a Phantom 2 because I was drunk. So that's all I remember about the garage. Like,
okay,
that dang bark.
We didn't say what did you buy. I want you to explain what it is. Can you explain what it is?
Okay, what it is? I thought you were talking about the last year of it. Okay. So what it is? I mean, It's basically this year. It's a little bit different. I'm not a huge fan of how they did it, where it's limited. I think last year it was pretty packed. The corner got pretty crowded. A lot of people over there, and this year probably be even more crazy. But this year it's what? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's 40 tables and a couple extra.
Yeah, but like 40 small tables. Not
Yeah,
like,
they're not
40 because it just takes place like in their cafeteria area, right? Just like with the cafeteria kind of tables over there. So I was just buy and trade. It's I think it goes for an hour. You bring in some of the stuff, say you just want to get rid of, some sealed sets, some figures. You can even if you don't have a table, I guess I'm not gonna like advise this, but like bring a couple figs in your pocket and you could probably barter away them or trade them away. But if you have a table, you can sell anything you want, Lego wise, and you get some pretty good deals over there. It's usually that I feel like is a bunch of people just trying to get rid of genuinely just what they don't want. So like you're able to find some pretty good deals there.
And Hive will give you a corner on his table for a 20% commish of everything you sell.
I don't know. Because I'm splitting my table with Jay.
He's already.
I feel like everyone's splitting their table 10 ways from what I hear.
So, Shy, fill me in here. So, like last year, here's what I heard. The thing is supposed to start at 8 or 7. What time is it supposed to start? And
it was supposed to start at that like time frame, but then it just started like.
Okay, so it's supposed to start at 7 or 8, and we can get into the calendar. I do want to go over the agenda of the show at some point. But let's just say it was supposed to start at. I feel like it was 8. And what I heard is the garage sale just kind of broke out, for lack of a better term, at like 6:37 or so. It was definitely an hour beforehand. Dang. And so, we would advise, I think they probably know that wasn't supposed to go that way. And by they, I mean the team at Brickworld. So maybe they'll be able to manage that. But
I don't know how they're going to be able to control that.
You have a badge and you can go in and out, right?
Well, the thing is, like, you're going to have people just start setting up like at 6 o'clock. Anyways, let's say it starts at 8. Sorry, excuse me for my voice too. But let's say the garage sale starts at 8 o'clock. You're going to have, let's say they open it up for anyone who wants to participate or anyone who signed up for it at like 6:30. They're going to set it up and then boom, just going to start.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some random person's going to walk up to them. They're going to sell one thing and then they're going to see them make a deal. 10 other people are going to see that, walk over there, and it's going to start early again. No doubt about it.
And this will help me transition to the next topic whenever we're done with this. But go ahead, Shai.
No, I was going to say like, everyone's kind of going like, going to Brickworld with, a number of people that they're mainly going to be around throughout the entire time as far as like a home base, right? Everyone's going to be going into their own ways, but it's always good prior to going to this is, let your friends know, like the few that you're going to choose to actually be your eyes and ears out there, what you're looking for. So that way you have better eyes and you have better reach for as far as what is available, not only in the vendors, but during the garage sale. Because I'm telling you right now, the garage sale, it's shoulder to shoulder. And like, you're literally trying to get the attention of the person who's selling their stuff. And if it's something that someone else wants, it's like, who can get the attention first and bring cash. Cash is king. Yeah. Some people allow PayPals, but nothing speaks than cash. So just keep.
So there you go. Yeah, go hit up your ATM before you get there, and don't use the hotel one. I mean, I'm sure they got.
Can I make a little plug?
Yeah, please.
So I got the garage sale table, and I'm gonna have like Lego and plenty of Legos for sale. Jay will also have plenty of Lego for sale. And if you guys are interested in Star Wars, man, don't sleep on Jay, dude. That's one thing about Jay. I'm talking about Titanium Jay. If anybody's not curious. Everybody knows how much of I'm trying to say Ninjago now instead of Ninjago. Shai got me saying Ninjago, dude. So everybody knows he's a Ninjago fan, man. But dude, that boy knows some Star Wars, man. And he has some. I bought Darth Revan off him, dude. He gave me a good deal on Darth Revan, dude. So anyways, me and Jay are gonna have some stuff for sale. But I can't sell anything but Lego at the garage sale. But off the floor, I'm gonna have some Black Series for sale too. If anybody's gonna be interested.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got
Hive in the DMs, and
I got some pretty good ones too. So, like I said, you guys are let me know.
All right, so that's the garage sale. It's a pretty epic part of the event. There are vendors there. Shout out to the vendors. Pro tip: last year, Tyler, 20%. Kind of over Bricklink, maybe more in some cases. The prices are pretty thick, and I get it. Like, a couple things going on there. they got to pay for, they rented that booth space. They gotta pay back that investment. We get that. And I also think, there's a reason why they have them and they call it public days. There are going to be some folks in there perhaps with parental money or whatever that, are like, I need this X, Y, and Z, even though it's $40-$50 over what it should be going for. And obviously they wouldn't price that way if it wasn't working. So I say that to say this, not to bag on them. They'll wheel and deal with you a little bit, particular on the last days and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The garage sale, if you've had something you're after, you're probably going to get closer to Bricklink, if not lower shy. If you've got the greenbacks, the cash on hand, you're going to get no transaction fees. Uncle Sam might not necessarily know what's going on. Like there's some stuff that can happen at garage sale. So if you're looking for that Revan or something, whatever it is you're after. I mean, people, I think a lot of people like in your circle, Shy, were after Lord of the Rings last year, and it all just it was hot because I think the show was coming back, whatever was happening. Lord of the Rings last year was like snapped up this, and I feel like they must have been getting a decent price if they were all buying it. So
yeah, Macro was also cart jacking me everywhere I went for capital stuff. But also going with this strategy of buying stuff, I recommend, this is not something that you should take to heart, but if you're looking to buy stuff from anybody, if you know a vendor, like if you know them personally, like just the vendors that sell just the regular Lego stuff, older retired sets, go to them, see if you can haggle with them. But I would save your money for all these vendors till the very end, as Sean said. But if you're looking to buy stuff from the actual third-party Lego companies like Citizen Brick, K-Town, I think Brickmania might have something like those companies, like Bricker Builds, you should buy those quickly before the even weekend starts, because those are going to go, they're flying, and that's it. Their price is already set to what is on the website. They're not upping the prices. So
are they selling on private days? The vendors?
Yeah, they'll sell on private days. So grab those as soon as you see them. Save your, the other ones for the very end when the vendors want to get rid of their own stuff. So keep that in mind as well.
Yep.
I have two quick things to add, Sean, if I can.
Please.
So first off, shout out to Bricklock. I mean, that's a really good. If you want to pull up that comment really quick, that's a really good point. I actually accomplished that last year with the seller, and that's really a good strategy. I mean, catch them when they're packing up, and it's one last thing they got to put back in their van or whatever, and it's a good move.
Or pay to ship or whatever.
Yeah. So second off, I mean, the other thing I can say too about, I mean, you might have to, again, wheel and deal, bring the cash, try to get it below, market value. But the one positive thing I can say about Brickworld, it's a little bit more dangerous if you're, say, flying back. But if you're local, if you're driving there where you can really contain how you keep your box conditions, I mean, that's another positive thing too. I mean, you can see these sets in hand, the box condition. If you're buying a sealed set, if you're buying a used set, you can ask 5 or 6 questions. Is it complete? Is there a crack on the fig? I mean, you can see all that right in person. Yeah. And in my opinion, I mean, that's every bit of worth. Again, you're not paying shipping and tax either if you're paying cash. Like, if you're buying up a Bricklink, I genuinely do think that is worth that, 10, 15 up. If it's something you're really looking for, get it in person. And I think that's worth, a little extra money on top.
Later Daily Brick. I agree. So last year I finally pulled the trigger on Jabba's Palace because I think we had just gotten the Boba's Palace just before that, and I'm not happy with it because we didn't get the roof due to the controversy and all that. And the figs, long term, we'll see what some of those figs do. But the point is, man, between the design and the fig comparison, it wasn't even a contest. So, I was like, okay, well, I can safely get this now. I will see. But before, another one comes out.
Do you need a Jabba Palace still?
What's that?
You said you bought it last year, or do you still need a Jabba Palace?
I bought it last year.
Okay.
I need the Rancor pit.
Ooh, I got a Rancor pit sealed.
All right, let's talk.
We will. Yeah.
I would love to get that from you, Tyler. But here's the thing: I don't need the box, so maybe you can just keep the box. I wouldn't shortchange you for that. But this is you helped me transition to what I was getting to. So this Jabba's Palace was used mint, as far as I could see. What was nice is, instead of eBay and trickery and Photoshop and all that, if people are actually doing that stuff, I got to examine every fig, and obviously, I don't know, 75% of that set's value, new or used, is in the figs, right?
Yep.
Especially on Boob Girl. What's her name?
Slave Leia?
No, she's not even in that set.
Ula.
Ula, the one with the things happening. Anyway, so I got, anyways, long story short, like to your point, I got to see them, examine them, and if you can haggle on some stuff, a used set, you probably have a little more leeway because they probably don't have as much into the set as they do a new boy, especially a 10-year-old, quite frankly, legendary Star Wars set at this point. I mean, Jabba's Palace is definitely up there for a lot of people. And so I was able to get that. And here's the other bonus. You mentioned transportation. I'm a fly-in guy. So because it was opened,
not too much to worry about there.
Yeah, it went into the bag in its own little compartment and its little plastic baggies, and I didn't have to fret about Steve coming on the plane and shoving his golf clubs into my $5 or $6 whatever $100 set that is. You know what I mean? So like buying used is definitely a viable thing there for a couple of reasons. Your box might not make it, and for the price break, and you can examine it. So that's just another little tip from me on that. But yeah,
and I think there's part of it too. Like I'll always remember, some of the stuff I've bought at Brickworld, even in 2013. I've still got some Flurry customs I bought from there. I've bought like the Durmstrang Harry Potter ship. I've never even seen the movies, but like I just randomly bought it back in 2013, and like it's always going to have that attachment to me of being a Brickworld item. Like last year I bought the ATOT with dropship, the Star Wars set, and it's just it's I'm not going to say it's worth like necessarily more money, but like retrospectively it's like I'm always going to remember those sets based off the experience of Brickworld and the sentimental value. I really recommend anyone, just try to get some sort of purchase going there. You're not going to regret it. You're going to get a good deal. You're going to remember,
even if you don't, the memory. I think
overall, yeah. I mean, I think it's going to mean more to you than you think after a couple of years.
And set stories, that's an interesting topic, right? Like as far as how you got them, because like, again, not to get mush, but like I can recall, for example, every set I bought with my friend Shy because it was so much fun, right? Like we camped out for it. We hung. One time we shot a video. And so, to that point, and Hive, I think I've heard you say this a few times. Like, I think you said you're going to try to treat yourself to something you've been after out there, as long as it's not like too stupidly priced. But if it's a little above, maybe 20, 30 above, you might go ahead and pull trig because you wanted to get it at Brickworld. And there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think.
Yeah, it's just like if you go to a ball game or something, you're going to buy a $12 hot dog. It's going to happen.
$20 beer night.
That's not the right way to say it because you don't have to buy it.
Oh, no, you get it. You buy the hat that's $10. Well, here's a good viable one. I think the New Era hats, give or take, are around $40 in the stadium. Tyler, I think they're 50, 60. Like I know at Dodger Stadium, Shy, they're 50, $60. Yeah, you pay the extra 10, but you actually got it at the ball field. Like sure you can go get it at Lids, but I don't know, man.
Actually, I kind of had a question since we were just talking about prices and stuff. Because I'm actually in the middle of getting stuff ready, like I said,
you're good
and all that. I just wanted, this is kind of probably mainly for Tyler because he deals with this more than any of us probably. So I'm just trying to look up prices, trying to be fair. I'm not trying to kill anybody. So basically what I've been doing is been looking on Bricklink and then I'm going to the price guide and then just going to like used average price. And I generally going a little lower than that anyways, but I just wanted to, like, that's generally like averages, right? I mean,
I think any way you spin it, I think, again, I'm a hardcore seller, like it's my, so like I kind of look at the monetary thing, I think a little bit differently, but
right.
I've always been a big thing where it's like, even if you price it a couple bucks high, it's like wheel and deal, you know what I mean? If it's someone if they're buying 5 different things, like I've always, I think any seller's mindset is, look, you'd rather put the tag up $5 and then get $5 knocked off, by wheeling and dealing than underselling. But I mean, that's the thing. I think it's different when you're just going there.
Yeah, because it's a one-time thing. It's not like this is a store. Like
so I think the regular average. I think, look, you're gonna get some happy people and some people buying some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and my prices probably look better than a lot of the vendors anyway.
Well, hey, if they're a lot better, I might even be there first now that you tell me.
Well, you see what just happened there. I've never, I guess, in the hours that I've talked to Tyler on and off air, I've never mentioned that I'm in need of a Rancor pit. So there you go. And Tyler, the reason I would want to do it because you never know what kind of Rancor you're going to get. Might be missing a claw, like.
Also, it's been my experience with
you can examine them
that because obviously the garage sale's not until Saturday. and we're all gonna be mingling and all that, mixing it up and stuff. So there's a good chance you guys are gonna see whatever I have anyways, and if you want it, you're gonna
I
get
should put together my list and just like flash it at my friends, and then maybe they'll be like, "Yeah, man, I've
because
got
I know other people are bringing
that
stuff
sucks.
too.
Why do you want it?"
I see Tyler's got stuff he's bringing.
Hey, listen,
Yeah, I'll bring a
actually,
couple things, yeah.
well, that's what happened with Shy, because I think I just mentioned to him somewhere that I was like, it's gonna sound stupid, but you know what set I've always wanted, I just haven't gotten, is Tron. And he's like, "Oh, I got one of those." He's probably got one right there. There you
How
go.
many you got?
Oh, I thought you were pulling
out
out a Tron. But
Well,
no, he had a
it's down
Tron, and
there.
the next time I saw him, he brought the Tron. I got the Tron. You know
If
what
I see
mean?
that at
Like,
Brickworld, I'll probably pick it up.
it's sick.
And that's gonna be one of those sets that, even though I'm sure it's probably over $100, especially at Brickworld. But it's pretty
that,
close.
90 now?
It's somewhere right around in there. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I was thinking of making a Tron mock for the next Brickworld. I don't know if I will, but if I did, I'd
That'd
need
be
a
rad.
couple more light cycles. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, listen,
and a couple more figs.
and you know my position on this. It's an official that light cycle is officially a ride vehicle at Disney now. So like,
Dude.
I know I need more than one set. I think there's like 6 or 8 on the. It's like a coaster, you know, but they put 6 or 8 of those or whatever together to form like
Just to be able to like sit in one, man.
just
like,
a train car. Well, that you can live.
Right.
Hey, remember, we still have those plans. We gotta figure out.
Oh yeah,
getting
we will.
to
I was
Disney.
talking to Mrs. Hive about it. So
All right,
yeah.
good. All right. And speaking of which, and socializing and figuring out things, one other big part of the culture, which I didn't get to experience, but I've heard about. Shy's smiling already. What can you tell me about the lobby parties? Now, this would be the lobby at the Renaissance in Schaumburg. I know not everybody in the community is partiers or drinkers, but I mean, is it
All
how rowdy does it get, or not rowdy, or like what happens in this lobby
All right,
party?
let's get to the beginning of this lobby
Set the
party thing.
tips.
I can only speak. I can only
Take it
speak
from
for
the top.
myself. I don't know how it is or how it was years before, but to my knowledge, I know a lot of people like to congregate in the hall, drink in the hall while they're building their mocks, whatever. And it makes sense, right? Because most of the people are there throughout the week. They're there for building their mocks and all that kind of stuff and hanging out with those
Quick
people.
question, Shy. Can you bring outside boys into when you're building your mock? Are you allowed to
Anyone
roll
with
in
anyone with a badge can walk in and chill with anyone you want. So the
Well,
hall.
no, but I'm
is
saying, can you bring your own into the hall, or do you have to buy from the hotel?
I don't know. I think you
Okay.
can. No one really said anything. I know some people
For
were bringing
drinks?
alcohol.
Yeah, can you bring?
Yeah.
Do you roll up a cooler and with your own?
Yeah. I mean, last
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
man,
you're fine.
Sean,
Yeah,
you
you're
were
good with that.
drinking out of our cooler. I could have swore maybe you had your own stuff, but yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, believe me, dude. I mean, I was drinking way too much last year. And,
All right.
yeah, I was
There
bringing
you
in just
go.
random.
So if you do partake, so you're saying, but last year it kind of popped off, like so.
So
This is just
the
like a night.
lobby-
Go ahead. Yeah.
So the lobby, I don't know if this happens every year, but last year, you know, like couple of the homies like myself, we were just downstairs. That was the only thing we wanted to do, just because we didn't know what to do at that point. So we made this little school circle with a bunch of chairs, bought out some drinks, cheered, and then slowly people started to congregate one by one until the group became bigger, and before you know it, anyone who wasn't really congregating in the hall was just in the lobby. And then after that, every evening, that's where everyone was, and people would literally be there till like 4 a.m. just hanging out. Some of them had like their little Instagram game or the games or whatever. They're the Instagrammers, or I'd call them that because that's what they labeled themselves as last year. But like they had this little building drinking game or something like that where they were taking shots when they messed up. So this is like, it became a thing. So I would presume it would also still stick. The lobby is pretty big, and like I think it can triple the size and it wouldn't matter because, you know, people will probably be going to that Starbucks that's inside the lobby and or the bar that's in the restaurant right next to it as well. So it's a benefit for everyone. So
That's awesome. Tyler, you had a run there. What did you think of the lobby party?
I mean, dude, it's just in general a nice place. I mean, it really is. I give credit, you know, where it's due for. I think. I mean, they picked a nice area, you know, between the hotel, the convention hall. I mean, it's a fun time. I mean, everything there. I mean, you're experiencing a quality journey. Again, you're not staying at some rundown hotel. I mean, you're not, you know, it's just in general, you really feel like, and I can't really vouch for it too much since I'm only 30 minutes away. Like I don't go to the Schaumburg Hotel every other week because I'm so close, but I would at least think for a lot of you guys coming in from hours and hours away that, you know, once you actually kind of hunker down in Schaumburg, it really does kind of feel like a genuine like vacation because it is a nice area, right?
I know for
The
sure.
coffee sucks though. Just letting you know, coffee sucks.
You had to make coffee runs. I think I saw a video where you were running in with coffee somewhere. Shot.
Yeah, I was so pissed. There was no good coffee in Schaumburg. Just Starbucks. So.
Seattle fan, can you pay to get into the private day? I think those badges are sold out, but here's a pro tip. And everybody, I don't want you to go nuts, but if you don't have a private day badge, if you are there before private days, it does not hurt to ask the team at Brickworld. Sometimes dreams can come true. So it's possible, but yeah, they're pretty strict. I know from experience. I rolled in there without a badge on a private day last year because I didn't have one, and I was questioned. And luckily, I know how to say things, so I wasn't like tossed out. I just kind of was like, okay, that's my cue. But yeah, I wasn't trying to be a scumbag. I just didn't think I was going to be there on any of the private days. That's all. But yeah, you can badge up, and it's cool because you get like collectible brick and some other stuff, and like
little Brickworld fig. Yeah,
little Brickworld fig, that kind of thing. Now, there you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now, Shy, you wear that around, right? It's like
yeah, I wear this one. This is the one that I wear.
There's are on magnets, like
magnets.
Okay.
But like tape it if you're gonna wear a lot. Get a huge tape that goes through the back.
Yeah.
This is gonna break easily as you wear them.
I tried to keep my sig fig on mine and it kept falling off.
Will you be holding court at a lobby party with us?
Of course.
Yeah. Hive?
Hmm?
Will you be hanging at the lobby parties? I mean, what's the plan?
You mean am I gonna stay up till 4 a.m. drinking with you guys?
Yeah, at least one of the nights.
Oh. Didn't you, dude? Dude,
I don't know.
What do you get like a few hours sleep and then get back up and be all fresh and giggly for the next day?
Yeah,
look, I'm gonna
man.
Look, I don't know.
We're gonna do one night, one raging night. How about
it's
that?
hard to say, man, because I used to never sleep. Like I used to really live off like 3-4 hours of sleep. I had insomnia really bad, but I'm getting older now, so it's changing a little bit. So there's a good chance, yeah, I'll probably be just up with the rest of everybody doing drinking or not. But it just really depends. Plus,
by the way, you don't have to drink. By the way, no, I don't mean you, but I'm just saying anybody who's watching this thing, you can go hang in the lobby, and it's probably a good chance if you are wanting to. We're going to transition to the next topic too. Sorry to cut you off there, Hive, but if you do want to meet somebody that don't feel like you have to, whether it's just for everybody. There's no. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's a type of crowd Shy where they're like forcing people to like do shots.
No. Heck no.
So the lobby is conveniently placed from the entrance of the hotel to your rooms. It's the convention hall to the rooms is quite a walk. So the lobby in itself is like, it's conveniently placed, and that's the reason why a lot of people just ended up just staying there because they can easily go to the room and come back down.
It's really convenient.
You don't have to take a Uber to a proper bar.
No. And you'll see the hall is a walk from where the hotel is.
Yeah, it is.
It's not quick. So, it was just easier, like to the people who are done building or they just want to take a break or just don't want to hang in the hall and they want to be close by. And plus, people are walking back and forth. And like I said, it's something that kind of just builds up. Like you see people hanging in the lobby as you're checking in, walking upstairs to go check out your stuff, and you come back down even before walking to the hall. You're going to want to talk to these people. And then before you know it just becomes a thing. I think it was an accidental thing last year. It wasn't intentional. I don't know if it happens every year, but it became just a thing out of convenience.
Well, time flies when you're talking a lot. You know what I mean? And it just happens. Like I said, you haven't seen people, like you're meeting people, everything's new, blah, blah, blah. My big thing too, I got to kind of juggle is my intentions are to put out a daily vlog. So like at Brick Fair, basically around 1 a.m, I'd be going up to my room and then editing for like a good solid hour or two, like just a quick 10-minute type vlog and putting it out just also, I don't know if it's planned or not. I feel like I've heard rumors or whatever, but I would love to get a poker game going on, man. I don't know about these shot games, but I would love to take some people's money or bricks. So that would be great.
Ooh, you push in minifigs and stuff. I like that.
Putting the goat on there.
Can you imagine throwing in some like expensive minifigs in the pot?
Oh, we gotta get Hive. Tyler, you're good at sourcing. We gotta find Hive a goat while we're there somehow. Like reasonably.
Okay. We'll see about the goat, man.
Speaking of goat, I can't show it on a damn camera.
Rub it in the face. Wow, that's a sexy fig. Who's that supposed to be? All right.
That is a sexy fig.
If
All
you
right.
want to go, it's getting cheaper on Bricklink.
Next topic, meeting creators. So like this is interesting. So I just mentioned lobby parties. I think that's where some of us will be congregating, and as well as around the show. I guess we'll kick it around the room. Tyler, everybody's pretty accessible because they're going just like you are, just as a fan of Lego. I think first and foremost, yes, for some people it's a working event and they're networking and making vids, like Hive's going to be putting out a daily vlog, and so wants to meet so from Instagram and brand deal, whatever. But I would say this seems to be pretty accessible. It's not as if they have, even Ryan from MandR, for example, it's not as if Brickworld puts them on a stage or behind a line or behind a paywall or anything like that. Like you see at these other cons, like if you want to meet the Star Wars cast dudes at the thing, you got to buy a ticket to the event and a ticket for the autograph and all that.
Yeah.
Point is, there's a lot of accessibility. However, with that, how would you advise people as far as, and I know everybody's different, but like just rolling up to people, like what's your advice if somebody wants to like meet, maybe how you want to be treated, for example? Like, what do you advise for people who are maybe nervous to ask, or maybe are too aggressive to, or what I mean? There's a spectrum of how it could go, but like kind of walk me through.
So I think two things coming from me. I mean, and this is just my experiences. I mean, quite frankly, I am still pretty, I mean, as I've gotten older, I mean, I'm not as much, but like I'm still relatively antisocial myself, like where it's like, believe me, like it's not, sure, man. I mean, it's helped a little bit with the YouTube stuff, and it's like, I think maybe it's kind of like reverse psychology, like when someone else comes up to me, that it's a little bit more not as nerve-wracking compared to me going up to someone. But I think say the only thing like regarding me is like, look, like if I'm like deep in a conversation with someone else, or maybe like wheeling and dealing at a vendor, and you see me, just give me a minute until I'm done type thing, and then I'm happy to talk to you. But like, I think it's just that. I think it's just common courtesy. I think there's no extra steps, at least for me, to, and I hate to even say it, but like, like just, take pictures or meet me or anything. Like just, I want that. Like, I want to meet everyone for multiple reasons, again, whether you consider some of it networking, just meeting people that I've known online for years, whether it's people that, have supported me and I see in my live chats and stuff, like nothing better than putting a name to a face. I mean, quite frankly. So it's like, I want to meet everyone I can, but I think it goes for maybe just everyone. I mean, maybe just think for a second, if the scenario doesn't seem too right, wait it out a minute or two, maybe, at least for me.
Yeah. Advice my uncle gave me a long time ago is just, it's whatever. It's like the golden rule or whatever. It's just like treat them how you want to be treated, and that's it. Just be respectful, period. Like, and introduce yourself, because it's a little bit, I've found that a lot of people know who a lot of these people are, and you don't know who they are. So like introduce yourself, because I think a lot of folks are genuinely interested in getting to know you a little bit as well, because it's big that somebody recognizes you and wants a picture or an autograph or just to say hello. Like that, I don't know that gets old for a lot of people. So like just know everybody's equally excited, but like Tyler said, it's just common courtesy. If they're in the middle of a conversation or taking a pic with somebody else, something like that, just give it a sec. And I'm sure, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know a lot of you guys pretty well. I think everybody would be super down to sign whatever, take a picture or whatever, that kind of thing. So,
well, I think one more thing that I think even again, whether it's content creators and quote unquote, just people, anyone in that convention,
that's the thing. It's anybody, really. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's, I mean, we're at the end of the day, kind of what I mentioned earlier. I mean, we are legitimately, especially on private days. I mean, because everyone's in it for the long haul. If they're going all 5 private days, they're probably, not to knock the public days, but like, I mean, the private days, man, that's the hardcore people where it's like we are legitimately all there for the exact same reason. Like, there's no, maybe you can consider, the vendors are there for money, but it's like everyone is there legitimately for the love of Lego, and it's like not even really an ego check, but like there's so many people there that know so much stuff about Lego. I mean, there's like, you go in there and it's like no one should be thinking they're smarter than someone else about Lego or acting out of line like that. I mean, it's 5 days a year. Give it up for a couple days and just have a damn good time and treat people that all share your passion the same. Like, and especially if you're only going to like Brickworld, which kind of, I only go to Brickworld Chicago. It's legitimately 5 days to just everyone just relax the same. Everyone's there for the same reason to vibe out. So I personally don't recommend treating anyone bad either way, whether it's content creator to fan or fan to whatever, or just, again, it's just person to person. Just I think everyone's there for a good time, and that should be how it is.
Except Steve. Nobody likes Steve.
Also, I kind of wanted to put a little asterisk to that as well. Not to get into anything too big, but and I'm not talking just to our audience in general or nothing like that, but just if you see somebody, but don't be creepy around the girls. I feel bad for them a lot because look, I'm a big guy. If somebody comes and messes with me the wrong way, man, I'm not worried. I'll put them in a headlock or whatever. You know what I mean? But but there's a lot of, and even people that have good intentions. I've mentioned this before, like on Good Morning Brickworld, like just like LifeBricks was just saying, man, be chill, just like wait,
that's
you know what I mean? But yeah, don't creep them out or anything, man. And there's already a lot of people, man. Like especially certain creators that are very popular. They're dealing with a lot of people, man. A lot really quick. You know what I mean? And some of them aren't in lined up like the way like Ryan is. You know what I mean? Where it's very organized. So I just wanted to make sure, man, that's something we all kind of look out for, man. You know what I mean? That's all.
Holy cow! I didn't even look. We got over 100 here in the chat, man. Shout out to
what's up, everybody?
Chat, let me know. Are you guys digging this convo? I mean, I feel like it's for us, but it's also for you because it's very informative. I hope it's working for everybody because I'm having a good time.
I mean, this is hyping me up. That's for damn
sure. Man. Dude,
by the way, thank you. An hour into this, please like and sub. Hey, 105 of you. Let's get 105 likes. Can somebody watch that? Let's go. Let's get 100 fast, including you on the show. Let's go.
Let me make sure I liked it. I'll check really quick.
Get some subbies if you guys like this. We're gonna have plenty of coverage on Brickworld on this channel. Sub to all these guys if you haven't already. If you love the streaming stuff like we all do, Tyler has his regular videos, but he also streams quite a bit. Shy streams. Shy has banger videos. Hive streams. And he's got banger videos too. He's got
nothing better than a live stream, man. I'm telling you. So the best, honestly, at this point, is the best part of doing the whole Lego thing because it's just I love talking with people that all like-minded, share stories. I'm serious when I mean the live streams are fantastic this year on everyone's. Whether listening to something or on one.
We're coming up on 2 years, guys. It's hard to believe. I think it's August, something like that. And I just remember at the time there was just a handful of these shows, and they're popping up now, which I think is the whole Rising Tides thing. I'm down for it. I think it's fantastic. And regardless of where you do it at, I don't want to like you could do it on YouTube or over on the Purple channel. I think all of it's good for biz.
Sorry, man.
I'm gonna give Amberly a big hug. I hope she didn't. I need. I'm just kind of it's been a topic lately, but regardless, I think it's so cool that even just being a little part of what's going on with this is pretty cool to see. Because I just thought it would, while I thought it was obvious for streaming to work in Lego, it's such a visual medium that I wasn't quite sure. And I think I've talked to Shy about it because he keeps saying like, go on like legit, put your show on like a podcast. And I'm just like, yeah, but we're talking about like, these sets and bricks and the color, like half of it's the art when it comes to Lego, but I've gotten to the point where I'm like, we BS enough to where, if you want to look up the set we're talking about, you could use your Google machine, I suppose. And plus anyone who's listening to it probably knows what the hell the Pac-Man set is, right? Yeah. So like, it's not. So anyway, shout out to everybody for coming on here. I hope you guys enjoy doing this stuff as much as we do.
I mean, Lego live streams and podcasts are like my new like music these days. I'm serious. Like, even like Hive, man. Like the thing is, like, the Sunday morning streams. The thing is, I'm just usually not up, so I feel bad. But like, some of your later night stuff. I mean, again, Cali Brick Click. I watch most of this. Just like in general, like, and I feel like it also helps too for me at least. Because there was a little bit of a stretch there where I, the thing is with me. I mean, just real quick, but just kind of goes to show like kind of where the community's at. Like, for many, many years there, I've been in here for so long where like I was part of like the OG like T-Fall Rebel Lug people only building mocks, where it's like a lot of my friend group back then just doesn't do it anymore. So like there was kind of a transition period, of just meeting everyone that that is new into the game, and I'm still meeting new people every single day. But I really do feel like now it helps, since I do know, again, like Hive, Shy now and everything, like listening to their stuff, and this goes for any stream. Like now that I know these people a little bit more, that it's really enjoyable listening to them talk like about anything. Like that's the thing, man. Like a lot of these live streams, a lot of these Lego streams sometimes don't even entail too much Lego talk, and it's just a damn fun time still because it's just enjoyable to listen to people.
Hey, shout out to Pickle for coming over for Tyler. It's his first time here, dude. I hope you
shout out to Pickle,
like
man.
it. You're welcome to stay. Tyler is a fairly frequent guest, and if you dig Tyler, I think you'll dig our stuff because we're buds and we like to hang. So I think you'd like to hang with us too, man. So it's all good. Jackwagon came over from MandR, and again, that's and guys, he should be here. I'm texting with him. You guys know he loves to hoop, so he's getting his run in for tonight. So he's got a big week ahead of him. I know he's heading up soon.
I noticed Ryan has a pretty decent setup, table setup at Brickworld.
I wonder what that's about.
I was like, because it's probably what, dude, it's what the convention should have been doing all along, man. Like, it's not about favoritism or saying like this person's better than this person. It's just about numbers, man. That's all. It's a numbers game. And every single convention I've ever been to, that Ryan's been to, there's a line around the block, man, to get his signature and stuff. And hey, that's awesome because that brings people. They might have just gone to the convention just to see Ryan, man, but they paid to get there and everything. You know what I mean? But
it helps out the actual convention.
Yeah. So I think Brickworld, that's what they did. They're like, okay, look, we should keep him away from mocks, which is so that way people aren't blocking, the view. And
there was, you nailed it. I mean, you probably heard about it, but he was doing an activation last year with Whatnot.
Yeah.
And there was definitely emergency exit problems. So they definitely had the heads up and the foresight this year to give him his own spot. Which, by the way, not only for logistics and safety reasons and all that, but to your point, it's like I'm blowing him up before he comes on, sure. But I mean, very well deserved. And I feel like he should be taken care of at these shows because he is going to individually draw some people out. I really feel strongly about it. I feel like a lot of people are going to individually draw people out, meaning there are going to be people there that know Tyler's going and they want to go shake his hand. And I feel like that little bit of recognition of giving a space like that is pretty cool. I plan on talking to Mark about that because and this isn't to throw shade, but shout out to the Lego Masters and all that good stuff. But I think that there's some just as recognizable. I'm not trying to blow up myself or my friends, but I feel like recognition wise, the numbers speak for themselves with some of these guys, especially your top tier dudes. And I think it's warranted to start thinking about presenting them as such if they're wanting to do that. Now, some people like to come and sort of let their hair down and just be one of the boys and fan out about Lego. And I get that, but I do think there is space for, again, a little more formal spotlight or highlighting of some of these people that choose to come to the event. And that's just my opinion as a marketer and as a promoter.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, in my personal opinion, like, again, no shade of the Lego Masters, man. I mean, I personally know a handful of them. No, but what I'm saying is like the YouTube space side by
side. That's all,
the YouTube space has been marketing gold for Lego, dude. 100%. No doubt in my mind. And it's even more so now. You know what I mean? That's how probably most of us out here, I mean, except for like if you've been in it forever, you know what I mean, have found Lego again, you know what I mean, or found this community or whatever the case may be. So yeah, that's a very legitimate thing to say, Sean. And it's not even like an ego boost or anything. Like, dude, like I said, man, I mean,
how I see it
for Ryan, and like I said, it was good that you acknowledged that about Ryan too, because he does need acknowledgement for he doesn't leave any fans hanging, dude. You know what I mean?
Ever.
I've seen him sit down, eat lunch really quick, dude, and just get back up and get right back at it, man. Because
and again, I have conversations with him. I'm not going to talk about 1% of stuff I get to talk with him about. But one thing he said that I hope he doesn't mind me sharing is I asked him, I said, what do you like about these things the most? And he's like, getting to meet, whether he said fans or viewers or whatever he said, but he said it without hesitation. That is my favorite part. Not even hanging with his friends or other opportunities for himself, professionally. He's like, I love getting to meet them, face to face.
And that's not easy. I know it seems like it's easy just to sign autographs, dude, but I'm fidgety. Like, I can't sit there all day long during the public, man, and just sign autograph after autograph after autograph. I gotta go. Like, I gotta go for a little while, do this, do that. I just can't. So it's not easy, man. I mean, so I don't know. I just thought that that definitely needed to be acknowledged.
Yeah. So, hopefully this is perhaps the start of something, but yes, Ryan does have his space there, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what goes down there. I'm sure it'll be cool.
I mean, we're gonna know exactly what's gonna happen. Ryan's gonna be meeting his fans from the beginning to the end, and that's how dedicated he is to his group of people, which is great. So
I asked him that too. I said, "Oh, so you're gonna go hang for a little bit?" He's like, "No, just be there the entire time." Mm-hmm. I mean, that's people can say what they want, but
man,
this is all stuff. It's whatever. It's all I was gonna say, behind closed doors. So I'm not trying to let out a lot of things, but I hope that when he doesn't, we'll find out. But I don't think he minds me sharing that because it's 100% true.
I was kind of curious because I've been looking, and I still need to look at the map, but I've been looking for everybody's tables and stuff. And I know where Shy's at. I know I saw Ryan, of course, Holly. I've seen Fick. I know where my table's at. There's a handful of others, but like, what about John, Tyler? Like, do you guys have a space, or are you just kind of
I'm free balling it this year, man. I'm not doing
free balling it. I'm gonna wear this around my
that, dude. That's such a perfect way to say that.
Trying to get somebody to make a chain out of this, and I'm just gonna go around to all your guys' booths and say things and then leave. And then I'll say things at the next place and then leave. It's very casual.
I'm taking a couple folding chairs with me, even though there's gonna be plenty. But
okay.
Just in case if anybody needs a chair, I'm gonna be like, there you go.
I would love to listen, I'll hang with you at the tabs, like we'll just we'll have a good old time.
Oh, and Shy,
you can take a lunch. I'll sell your stuff for you. You know what I mean? You tell me what the prices are. I'll try to get you 10 or 20% more. We'll see what we can do.
Shy, you're bringing your mock? Because I thought you were flying.
Yeah. It's going to be destroyed when I land.
Okay.
He's setting, I'm sure he's packed it immaculately.
Well, but all it takes is one little toss, no matter how well you packed it, and it's going to crack. So look, I expect it to be destroyed. I know how to rebuild it. I'm not worried about it. It's content, whether it lives or survives or not. It's gonna
for the views, man. It's for the views.
It's all good.
Hey, just tell
what I was gonna say was
at least one day.
I'm gonna be filming the opening reaction. Someone's gonna be filming. Holly will probably be right next to me when it's happening because she's in our group table. Same thing with Brick Adjuster. So Brick Adjuster, Holly, and myself are together. And you guys, Good Morning Brickworld is like just up to the L from us.
Yeah, we're next to the concession stands.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, man. No, but what I was gonna say was I've got a hand cart kind of thing, a dolly that's
cool. Mine's
up and stuff. If
I'm not building it till I get to the spot. I'm not even gonna bother opening it.
Shy, I forgot. Did you weigh in on this topic yet? I'm sorry, we've kind of jumped around a little bit as far as like how you think people want to be approached, or Shy said I think made great sense about female content creators. It is just a little bit different, I would say. Like, I don't know, however you want to weigh in on it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys said pretty much everything that could be said. It's just, just be respectful. Just we're all human. We're all people too. There's nothing crazy about us. I mean, Ryan is a perfect example of that top of the food chain for what he does. And he's very, makes the time for everybody. And it's a good, when you see people come to him and vice versa, it's, he does it well. And it's a good example for everybody. So as far as anybody else wanting to meet any other creator or any other person you meet online, look, it's just be respectful. That's all it is. The only thing I do want to mention is, like, if you're content creating, just be mindful of how you're recording people.
Well, and that's a good point too. Don't interrupt people doing videos as well. That's another kind of thing.
Exactly.
There was something else that we brought on. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So like, if you're filmed, like, for example, the lobby is a good example of this, right? We're all there, we're all to relax. And some people have certain personas that they don't like. For example, they don't want to be drinking alcohol on YouTube, right? I don't give a crap, but like some people do, So like, if you're filming that and you put it out on the YouTube space, that's just kind of jacked up. So like, yeah, they'll probably like censor themselves down a little bit. But if you want to be in an
elevators,
relax,
probably weird. Elevators is weird.
Yeah,
where somebody is staying, by the way, that's completely off limits. If you see somebody checking in next to you, like, you don't interface with them until they're in the hall. Right.
Usually, like, proper etiquette, like if you want to like do a YouTube like collab with something, you ask first, and then 99% chance they're gonna say yes.
Well, also,
So-
just and use common sense. I mean, obviously, glancing around the
Whoa.
room or like a whatever is one thing, but look at that.
The second time when Hive started talking tonight.
Oh man, like am I drawing in? Like if people just want to stop me talking, they're like, quick, become a member.
Girth gang.
That's girthy. So damn girthy.
Shout out to Jacob Nilly for becoming a YouTube member. There you go, dude. Thank you so much, man. It's awesome. Thank you.
Just interrupt
crap,
Hive one more
dude.
time. We got Richie.
Go ahead, Hive. Go ahead and get started. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
before that,
so
I got
I was
Richie
gonna
right
say,
quick.
Wait a minute.
Never mind.
Glad I did take the shades off.
Shout out to Richie making big moves. Richie, yes, I saw your comment, sir. I wasn't clowning you for having a Coke Zero. I like Coke Zero as much as the next guy, but I would like to have a brewski with you. So
Hey, Pepsi Zero is better.
now that he's allowed. There's hot take Tyler. He has to say Pepsi's better. By the way, I think Pepsi's better.
I
too.
think Coke itself is better. I'm a cherry Coke guy, but if we're comparing the zeros, Pepsi Zero.
Is cherry Coke your main? That's my main too. That's wild.
I mean, cherry vanilla is my preferred, but not to be.
I'm a once in a blue moon cherry vanilla. But shout out to Richie, dude. Thank you so much. And if you guys have not subscribed to our Toy World, some of the most entertaining stuff out there. He does. What is he calling it? He's calling it not documentary. What's the style, Shy?
A docu-series?
No, what's the things we did in school? Essays, video essays.
Video essays,
essays,
yeah.
What did we do in school 100 years ago? Video essays.
Yeah, he did a content change like last year, and I got to say, I mean, it was a really good direction for him. I think he's good at what he's trying to do over there, and he's doing it well.
Cherry vanilla Coke is fire. It's a heater. All right. Well,
Cherry vanilla Coke at a movie theater, man, I can't beat it.
there you go. How do you get that? Because they usually just have normie stuff at my theater. Maybe I'm going to like
theaters. We have the Coke freestyle.
the red.
I don't F with freestyle, man.
Not why I just don't trust everything.
It's not the same. No, I love the
Because all the syrups are all mixing and everything.
It's not. You know what I'm talking about. A cherry Coke out of that thing is not cherry Coke. It's some weird elixir. It's not the same.
I don't get cherry Cokes out of that. That's the thing. I get cherry vanilla, so I don't know.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
Just saying. Cream Pepsi is so watered down. It's gross. And Tyler knows what's up. Tyler, the hot take king. There he is. Shy. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hive.
Yeah, now we're
Somebody else wants to become a
No. It
member.
was just real quick. And then I gotta take a break for a minute. I gotta go
Do your
check out
thing.
something.
Yeah, it's very
but listen,
casual.
this is actually kind of important, serious. About the filming and all that. If you film, I know I'm going to sound like I'm lecturing people, but look, this is important. If you film somebody's if you're glancing around and stuff, that's different. But if you're filming somebody's specific mock,
this is good to bring up.
or whatever, give them credit, man. Like seriously, like that's the least you can do.
Yeah, if you know who made it and you still don't give them credit, don't do that. But if you somehow for some reason don't know who made it, a little bit different. But if you know damn well who made it, give them credit.
And I'm not trying to be like a prude and say you can't share stuff, obviously, but they could use the views or whatever, man. People work hard on these mocks, you know what I mean? Like
any way you spin it, man, the notoriety, they need it. I mean, anyone could use it.
Especially if it's like a reel or a short or something quick. That's the video
that could get that million views.
That mock. That's like very important. If you're gonna do a video specifically on a mock, you should be giving credit because you're going to be gaining a lot because of that. Now, if you, like I said, if you're doing like you're recording everything and shooting the name, it's going to be really difficult. But like if you're doing a video, no matter if it's on YouTube Shorts, Reels, whatever, and it's just beyond that one mock, you should be giving credit.
Yeah, because you're using that, man.
Yeah, bare minimum. I mean, put the mock card in everyone's got a mock card in front of it.
Because imagine what you would do for that builder, dude. You know what I mean? Like, so that was all. Just
no, I was going to bring that up if you didn't. I mean, because I heard it on Good Morning Brickworld.
Yeah.
Someone brought it up. Yeah. So truly, that's a good thing to bring.
I mean,
up.
it was notorious last year or these past couple large conventions because of I'm not just going to say the straight up TikTok crews. Like recording.
No, 100%.
That's the ones who started, and there were some Instagrammers that are doing the same thing. So I mean, it's just common courtesy. I think that's something that should be addressed. So good job.
What's up, Ryan?
Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Fresh off the courts. Ryan, what was the record tonight? I mean, did you get more?
I genuinely don't think I've lost in 3 days.
Good nice. Record. There you go. Making up for the Celtics a little bit, or
Taking
Yeah.
some probably like 12-0.
There you go. Ryan, thanks for coming through after basketball. We're just getting in like the last little few nuggets of hype as we enter Brickworld week. Kind of put a little bit of words into your mouth earlier, but like what did I was sharing a conversation we had, but like what is Brickworld?
I was listening as I got upstairs.
Okay.
I heard it
So
all.
yeah, so what do you I guess what does it mean to you? What are you looking forward to most about this week?
This week specifically is hopefully not screwing up MandR Megastore. That's
what is
I'm
MandR Megastore? What is this?
nervous about that. Well, first off, real quick, Lego Ohio in the chat says, who else is big sad about no LegoCon stream this year? Not me, because that's a pain to work around. It's a lot of stuff to try to juggle on a convention weekend. So I'm actually really happy that it's not that's not happening at all, but especially not on a convention weekend. It's such a pain to do everything that I need to do for that. So yeah. But yeah, MandR Megastore. So where's Hive?
Hive had to take a quick break. He'll be right back.
All right, well, I'll save it for Hive.
Okay. What no, but so that's the biggie for you, but I did mention that you had told me, and it's no secret, everybody who knows you knows this, you are looking forward to meeting what your viewers, your fans, whatever it is, that's something you love about these events as well.
It is very fun. But let's remember what really matters here. I'm actually a bad person because I said the 212 helmet looks really bad a few too many times. So just remember what matters.
Helmet holes.
Yeah. Well, me talking about them is what matters to my character. That's what's important here. Check Reddit. That's what's important.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Tyler or Ryan, logistics. Now you're going to be driving up to Chicago. Is that right?
That is right. I will show the car after we do everything. I want to show you all. I want to show you everything, but I don't want to show. I want to do the talk first. So
no, of course. Will you be documenting this journey for your channel as well?
Yeah, I'm. My editor Mateo messages me. I felt bad. He goes. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. He goes. He was like waiting for a video of mine to surpass like he has every time a video gets like 100K views, he gets like a bonus for like his edits. He's like, I was like, usually he'll like invoice me on the last day of the month every month, but this month he didn't, and I was like, yo, where's invoice? And he goes, I'm waiting to see if this video hits 100K, and he said, it's pretty hard to survive the month with only one vlog, and I'm like,
oh geez.
I'm like, don't worry, I'll film a lot at Brickworld. You'll have plenty of work.
There you go.
That made me feel bad.
All right. Well, yeah. So you'll be documenting the voyage there, and then whatever you have going on there. What have you shared about the MandR Megastore?
I'm waiting for Hive.
Okay. No, I mean, but is this the first mention of it, or have you talked about it on your channel?
Been like, I've said a few times what it is in a few different places because
okay, all right.
I really struggle with like if I'm excited about a thing to not talk about that thing.
Sure.
Like I can probably count on one hand the amount of times I didn't talk about something I was excited for when I knew before. I'm bad at keeping secrets, but unless I forget, if I forget what it is, then I'm a great secret keeper. But just depends.
Yeah. Hard to get credit though for being a good secret keeper if you don't know what it is.
That's right.
Ryan, we were talking about earlier, and maybe this is for yourself and for other, content creators, like YouTubers, whatever it is, just people in general. As far as like advice on how to like meet people, for some people, it's their first time going to one of these things. Like, what do you any recommendations on like how you see like others like to be approached?
Wear protection.
Wear protection.
No, I don't. For me, I don't really think about it anymore.
Yeah.
Don't come up and yell obscenities in someone's face. I don't know. It's not. I don't.
Just be a normal person.
Not a big deal. It's just, don't overthink it. That's the only thing. Yeah. No different than you would like say hello to like the grocery store employee.
Steve. Yeah.
Like it's not. you know, don't
not a
over.
big-
That's
yeah,
that's all there is.
Well,
to it.
don't be nervous. Yeah, just be. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's cool.
Yeah, you might be nervous, but you shouldn't be. You don't have to be.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just kind of ripping through some topics here. We were talking about crediting mocks on social, etc. It's going to be interesting because I think people do go around and film a lot of it. I think that is nice to tag like Hive, or maybe it was you, Tyler, saying like so they can get credit, get their name out there, all that good stuff. And by the way, they'd love you to do that. By the way, they have no issue. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm sure people wouldn't mind their stuff getting out there. Just make sure you credit them so people can see more where that came from. So let's see here. As far as events at the show, as far as like the things that Brickworld is organizing, Shai, did you participate in any of the I did want to get into like drafts. I had a lot of questions about that. What is there, like derby cars, like like there's all this other stuff that goes down for those who don't know. Kind of like break down that culture of the show, because it's not just going on the show floor, seeing the mocks, seeing the vendors, maybe partying a little bit in the lobby. There's a lot of other stuff to do there too.
Yeah, I mean, for me, for Chicago last year, I didn't participate in any of the events. I've done so in other conventions, and they're fun. But if you want to take the time away and carve it out, dedicated to that, you can. A lot of them take up a couple hours. So, I rather spend time with people that I don't get to see every day. So that's just my opinion. But they're pretty cool to do if you decide to do them and participate. I don't know much about this one for Chicago.
There you go. Brian, do you do any of this stuff during these conventions? Any of the extracurriculars that are kind of hosted by the event?
Like every once in a while, I'll see like a panel. I'll be like, oh, I'd like to go to that panel. Half the time I go to the panels, I think that I would like to go. You know what I mean? Like most of the time, I just don't even. Now that they have, so this year they have the app here, which I think will make it a lot easier to keep on top of like what's happening and when. Like I actually really think it's a good idea. I don't know if any conventions otherwise have done it, but like featured sessions and then like whatever else that's on there, like really will keep you engaged and like be able to follow, like they got the whole schedule. Or I gotta log in to see what happened. I have an account. Oh my god, log in to see the schedule? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so like man, that's actually really frustrating. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so like the schedule thing I think is huge. I really think that's a big thing to like help people. I think like attendance will be up generally for a lot of things. But yeah, I only find I'll just find an interesting topic. I'll be like, oh, I want to go listen to whoever's going to talk about that for an hour. Otherwise, the foosball event this year is definitely got my interest peaked. Even though I don't think I can play in it, but seems fun.
I mean, listen, you could have like a maybe before the finals, Ryan, you can just run a match with somebody, just like as a.
Not that bad.
What's that?
I don't want to play that bad. It's not fun.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the event itself is going to be interesting. I think when Ryan and I were talking about it, it was kind of like we wanted to make lemonade out of the situation because this set was largely hated by many. But then they ran the sale, and I thought that was fantastic. And I think more people getting into Lego foosball. I don't know.
I don't know if I would be shocked if we can get 64 people to do it.
That's the max. We'll have to figure it out. Listen, there's no entry fee. By the way, Ryan, I'm seeing there's entry fees on some of this. Sometimes if it's a set draft, you got to buy the set. I think to do again the derby car thing, I think you got to bring $5 for material. So like we're not charging a entry fee. So if people are looking to do something fun and a little bit different, playing foosball on a tiny little baby Lego table,
it's pretty atrocious to like play on. It's not. Yeah, it's. Oof.
This is a hell of a commercial for this, Ryan. Thank you.
It's not. I'm not supposed to be. I'm not supposed to shill for their product. I don't get anything out of it. Buy the foosball table. Don't buy the foosball table. I don't care. No one cares about the foosball table.
I know, but it's fun. I think it's still funny. It's different. It's definitely different from a lot of the sort of normal events there.
I do
Jack,
think it's cool. Like I could see it being a thing yearly if it goes well, but
it could be a one and done. We'll see.
easily could be a one and done. I wouldn't care either way.
Remember, you miss 100% of the shots. Hope y'all have a good time. Ryan, if you could only fix one, would you pick fixing the helmet holes or the prints? Tyler, the Razor Crest is goated. So
You're
helmet
right.
holes or
Right
prints?
about the Razor Crest. The holes are the reason the prints suck. So in fixing the holes, you fix the prints. So
2 for 1.
Yep.
I mean, you just can't deny the product we're getting now is worse, and I'll leave it there. You can deny it, but you're factually wrong. So I mean, whatever, man. Some people are just stupid, but what are you gonna do? Half the people are dumber than the other half. Just remember
Tyler,
that.
shots fired. The Razor Crest is goated.
Hey, the regular one I like, but UCS one.
Why do you not like the UCS Razor Crest? It's like top
Oh.
5. What's wrong with it?
He just decides to hate things. Go ahead, Tyler.
No, look.
When I hate things, I'll give you the reason I hate it. Shaking your head is not a reason.
Hey,
to
no,
hate it.
you didn't let me spit out. I got a couple sentences. First, I got
That's
a couple
awful.
bullet points.
This
I
is
think
not very well researched.
I think it's first off overpriced for the thing. I don't think we needed a UCS Razor Crest at that price point. I don't think we needed a UCS Razor Crest to begin with. I don't like how they executed most of the minifigures. And again, I think the fact of the matter was it was too late. It was like 2 years too late. All right. I know people say, oh, the Death Star blew up 40 years ago. I get it. But I think just for a TV show that was only a season and a half. Sure, I mean, Ryan, you told me before, like, most popular thing since Return of the Jedi. But sure, maybe it's a little personal bias. If I ever get it in hand, if I get it on sale or Facebook Marketplace, maybe I'll build it up and like it. But I'm standing by the fact of I think it is.
It's a replica of a ship. What does it matter that it blew up?
But it's
The Death Star blew up 40 years ago.
I know, but
you already counter-argumented your own argument.
well, hey, is it an argument when it's my opinion, my subjective
It's not
opinion?
even opinion. You're just wrong. If your opinion is 2 + 2 = 5, it's still wrong. It doesn't matter that it's your opinion.
Hey, look, it'll make for a good video when I ever get it. If I ever do get it, I'll build it up and I'll give my honest review, and I'll still probably give it a 0. But if I actually like it, hey, look, I mean, it'll be
0.
I
You
can't
might not like the design of the ship or whatever. It's a
see the design of
fantastic
the
model.
in universe. I actually shed a tear when it blew up, but I don't need a big Lego version. I think I was fine with 120, and that's where I'm at.
There you
What's
go.
120?
The place
regular.
Razor Crest,
Was it 130? I don't know.
130.
He's saying the play scale's enough.
I was
Like,
fine with just getting a play scale one. I didn't
130
need
now,
a UCS one.
140.
Oof. How long is that one staying out? Are we done this year or what?
What?
With the play scale? Is it retired yet? What's the status?
I'll
of
probably retire at the end of the year. No, I generally, it's a little overdue to retire. They've expanded on.
Yeah, since it's blowing up, we don't
life
need it no
cycle.
more.
No, it's just been 3 years now. So there's no such thing as too late for a model. You're making a terrible argument. They've made so many things that don't exist or haven't been in any media for decades. Like, what's the point?
Well, then okay, what is then? Can I factually say it is my least favorite UCS set? I don't hate the set; it's just my least favorite. Does that change?
Yeah, you can say it's your least favorite set. That's very fair.
Okay,
You're
all right.
still wrong.
We're spinning it. We're spinning into that. It's my least favorite UCS set. Does not mean it's bad.
It's a great set.
Huh? Hey, look, dude, the helmet holes are great, right?
Well, they're not. So that was that. You did mention the figure execution. I agree. The blue guy.
Mando's
abysmal.
great, but the other three terrible.
No,
Oh, the other two.
Yeah, Quill. I remember kind of looking funny. What's the other one? Baby Yoda. What's terrible about Baby Yoda?
Okay, well, not terrible. I think, but would you not agree
we
that
didn't even get a new one, right? We
give
just
us
got a
arm
brand.
printing? Why didn't they give us arm printing on Grogu and the UCS Razor Crest?
Yeah, that's a little weird. Why are you giving that a pass, Ryan? You don't think we should have got a new Grogu there then and there?
For the biggest flagship $650 Razor Crest?
I think we should have gotten a new Grogu. We should have by now
something.
anyway.
Give us feet print.
Something. Nothing.
No, they don't do that on the baby figures.
Right. Anyways,
gotta
this
start
the
somewhere.
the app Ryan was talking about is the Cvent app. Go to Apple Store or Google Store if that's what you got.
And hey,
visit the
Sean, you got
place.
another dono from Jackwagon in case you missed it.
Oh, cool. I'll get right on that. Thank you. Thank you, Jackwagon. But search Brickworld once you get in there. And it'll show you all the events that we're talking about. I should have had it pulled up to give more examples, but there's just there's panels, there's different drafts. The draft quickly is from what I understand, everybody brings a set, and then you kind of do like the snake order. You go and pick the elements that you want, something like that. Tyler, is that or Shy? How does this go down? The draft?
You have to like bring the set, so you have to bring your own copy of it. I think that's your buy-in. Unless the convention itself provides the set they have to pay into. But then you got to remember, you guys are gonna also have to separate every single piece into different lots. Like that set drafts. I mean, if you're coming to convention to meet and chill with people, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. It's just a huge time suck.
See, and that's something I was going to bring up even like on that foosball thing, like not to hate on it, but I think for anything, these extra things for the convention is I think everyone has to realize, I mean, the biggest thing about these conventions is managing your time and making sure you get everything you need to get done and meet the people. Like some of these extra things, I mean, you just have to kind of watch your time frames. I feel like that's kind of the one because it goes by damn quick. And what I can say is like I think we can all agree. I mean, Sunday doesn't even really count. I mean, you wake up Sunday, look, you're there for a couple hours, you walk around, have a couple conversations, but as you know, Shy even said, I mean, you're dipping right at when it closes on Sunday. I mean, you're out of there. You know what I mean? So I really do think people have to realize, I mean, it's really only a 4-day thing. I mean, 4 nights, especially if you're maybe not coming in on Wednesday or coming Thursday, like it's limited. And I think you really have to kind of manage your time. If you want to meet people, I highly recommend maybe not signing up for 15 extra things, you know, and really kind of just managing your, you know, getting your apples straight.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, if you
Hive says he's back in the back room, Sean.
Yeah.
Here we go. Welcome back, Hivester.
Yo.
How's it going?
Good. Just helping my wife pack my stuff.
Must be nice.
She's really good at like Tetris and stuff, man. She can pack a lot of
I would say my stuff's laid out, but like I just got a bunch of like merch and stuff in. I'm like, okay, so logo tees of our stuff and our friends, and okay, I'm ready to roll. Like, there's not big. Speaking of which, like packing strategy, let's talk about it. I think I'm bringing like my big boy suitcase, but I'll only fill it maybe 25% on the way out. Because here is something we're talking through buying stuff, Ryan, and whatnot. Like you've got a vehicle, that's awesome. A lot of people don't. So think ahead. Don't do the thing where you buy a set and you got a deal on it, and then you got to ship that bad boy back because now your
deal ain't so good no more.
Yeah, your deal ain't so good anymore. You know, you got that $400 set for $300,
and
then you're paying $70 to ship it back or whatever. Like, no bueno.
So check it. Last year, like I went there keeping in mind that I need space to be able to bring stuff back. It wasn't enough. I literally had to go to Target and get a duffel bag to fill more stuff with stuff that I bought.
I got a pickup truck, so that should be good, hopefully.
It's because you went ham at what, World War Brick or something?
No, I went ham at Chicago. Like I bought a couple Western sets, a bunch of Night Castle stuff. So I went to town.
Ryan, do you do any shopping at this thing? Like, do you ever find any? I mean, you got most of the Star Wars stuff you want, but have you ever come up on some gems there? Or is it usually you prearrange someone to bring you stuff? Like, how does that work for you?
At conventions?
Yeah, do you ever buy from the tables or like what do you?
Yeah, that stuff's usually at the yard sales. Recently, deals are hard. It's a more competitive market. There's more people looking for like the kind of stuff that I would want at just kind of how the landscape's changed. I feel like I don't go into it expecting to spend a ton of money like I used to. So, yeah, I've kind of given up on the idea that you're gonna find cool stuff there for the most part. It's just a bit of a frenzy, and then even if there is good stuff, it's usually like pretty expensive compared to what you could just get it for online. So it's like, why even bother? So
Do you feel like Brick Fair is better for wheeling and dealing? It seems that way to me. I've never been, but it feels like people
I
hold
would
the
agree.
line in Chicago a little
I
more.
think the yard sale's better in Brick Fair. Eventually maybe it gets better in Chicago, but as it stands, the Brick Fair one is unmatched. It's quite decent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And
at Brick
you
Fair,
too.
man, the tables are lined up along the whole entire like floor, man. It seems,
Yep.
and I don't know what Chicago's like because I haven't been there yet,
Just
but
the little
it doesn't
cafeteria
seem like
area.
it's. Yeah.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Just in general. Okay. No, about coming up on something. Yeah. I mean, like I've got a few on my list, and Tyler, we might have one of them checked off. I mean, we'll have to see. So
You're gonna have to do a little bit of convincing to get that one off, man.
I thought you had multiples or something.
No, anything that old, I've only got one. I was only
All right.
a little bit smart back in the day to
I'm
only
not
keep
gonna
one.
pry it
set.
out of your hands. I'll get it eventually.
Well, hey, I mean, you know what we were talking about last night. If we execute a little on that, man, I'll happily give you the Raincore pit.
All right. Yeah, that's true. All right.
Where'd Hive go?
I was Ryan. I had my finger on the trigger to talk Megastore, and he took off again. Hive, what's going on?
Where did he go?
I don't know. He's a busy man. He's packing for the show, all that stuff.
Cool stuff to show too.
Yeah. Let's see. A lot of the topics. I'd really like to talk about this mega shop, but if Hive's not coming back, I mean, can you do a little, Ryan? Can we just talk a little? Nope.
He was asking about it. He wanted to know. He
Nice.
brought up my space early. He's like, Ryan is such a big space, and he needs to know why.
That's true. He did bring up your space. Well, let's talk about that. That's pretty cool that they're giving you space, right?
It is nice. It's generally something I've said I don't want. Like usually, I would want like to just be wherever I am. You know what I mean? And I can just be like, yo, I'm at the Whatnot booth, or yo, I'm at Rebel Log. Like that's historically what I've done, what I've enjoyed doing, and what I felt comfortable with. But all right, Hive, this is it. This is for you. We were waiting for you just so we could talk about this. So last year,
Megastore, sorry.
after Brickworld, I went to LifeBricks' store up in somewhere in Wisconsin, and I titled the video like I went to the world's smallest Lego store and all this, and like I left there and I was like, damn, it would be really cool if I went to this convention again next year, like next time I go, if I opened the world's smallest Lego store. And so I like kind of tucked that idea away and procrastinated on it until like a month and a half ago when Sean and I hooked up with Mark, and we were like, yo, I need like 8 feet by 8 feet of space, and that's
Away
all
from the exit doors.
yeah. Well, yeah. So like they ended up putting us next to Whatnot, but it was my understanding we would not be. Do you remember that, Sean? I thought we weren't going to be next to them.
Yep. I think it's probably changed a few times, but be that as it may, we'll make it work.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm happy to be next to them because it's where I wanted to be anyway. But yeah, so I'm going to be opening the world's smallest Lego store there. That's why it's a big block of space, Hive.
Ah,
So, like part of that will be a shed, like a 6x4 shed.
nice.
And it will house a tiny Lego store within.
And somehow I have to fit in. We'll have to fit in this. It's going to be very interesting.
So Sean's helped me a lot with this. I think Stud Sidious did some graphical work for some of what you'll see.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people help.
Oh, cat's out of the bag. I didn't know we were talking about it to this degree, but all right, yeah.
No, why not?
I don't know. I don't know. I just thought.
But that's
Nobody watches this show. It's okay. I want it to be a surprise for people, though.
So I guess it's like a vendor thing, right? I mean,
It is a vendor thing, except I just asked if I could basically do what I wanted to do, and he's like, "Yeah, do that."
well, I just feel like it's also just the location they put you in and everything is like for everybody, if like everybody's best interest. You know what I mean? It just gives you a lot of space, especially like during the public hours and stuff like that. I thought, I didn't know if it was intentional or not, but I was like, oh well, it makes sense. Whatnot would be right there too, man. You can definitely.
Real quick, I missed this super earlier. So sorry, Jack Wagon. Tyler, how do you like how you going to hate on the UCS AT-AT? You hate on that too?
No, quickly. I think it's slightly overrated, and just to not drag this on,
the
it's my
most
second least
accurate
favorite.
Lego Star Wars set ever.
What was that, Ryan?
It's the most accurate Lego Star Wars set ever. How could it be overrated?
I think you're out to lunch now. Razor Crest, I'll listen to your convo, but
I complain about a lot of things, but
Right.
there's no helmet holes, first of all. So
there's no helmet holes. I said is there's no.
I will say it's just my second least favorite UCS set. It doesn't mean it's a bad set. It's my second least favorite.
All right, now I know you're just trolling. That's enough.
Why do you think I don't own either of them, Sean?
I don't know, but we're gonna hook you up to a lie detector test because there's some dog ass UCS sets out there.
Dude, I'm down to do that at a convention one of these days. If everyone can compile 10 hot takes I've had and put me under a lie detector test, I'm willing to bet 9 out of the 10 are real.
Oh man. Sean Lynch wants to know, when will Ryan's big announcement be on his channel about this? So I mean, are we just telling people about it in these streams, Ryan? Have you done a post on your main channel about any of this stuff, the Megastore?
No, I mean I've only talked about it in Twitch streams from time to time, and that's about it. Just kind of in passing, I kind of mentioned to a few people what it was, and I haven't talked about it. In my Q&A on Tuesday, I talk about it and I tell people about it, but that's kind of it. I'm not gonna. I'll probably post something on Instagram and YouTube community tab just so there's a little more behind it. I'm kind of hoping it can also just be its own standalone thing as far as having enough people interested in just what the heck is that to go to
that's true. Yeah, that's good.
Not have any dead time, but you never know. So promotion wise, maybe I need to do a little more work because it's a week out, less than a week out, and I've done none.
Well, I mean, look, I think it'll have quite the presence there on the show floor. So
I was just thinking, when you have that line of fans, man, I can't imagine a lot of them wouldn't want to buy something if you had something for sale.
I mean, I don't necessarily
you
you don't have to buy anything, but I do hope people at least go in because I want the idea is to have it for a YouTube video, so it would be nice if people buy stuff. But I've kind of struggled with the idea of, do you do one line or two lines? They have to be separate, right? Hive, if you were imagining how this is and with no otherwise knowledge, would you imagine?
Well, it seems
or one line.
It seems like with the space that you have, it would make sense. And I don't know how the best way to form it, but to have a line go in and come out one line, so it's not confused. I feel like it's something you would go in and come out
accidentally do that.
I just don't. I don't.
He doesn't want it to make it look like. Sorry, but Ryan doesn't. He doesn't want to make it look like people have to go through the store to get to him. If they want to meet him, that's what we're really trying to say.
Yeah, I want you to be able to do one or the other, or both if you want. But you need to have the option, and I don't know how to set. And
then I mentioned to him. So the challenge with that is, I'm thinking people are going to want him to sign stuff. So if they wait in line to see him and then go to the store afterwards,
you have somebody helping you run
for him to sign it potentially. So we're gonna look at the logistics. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you have somebody helping you run it, I think you'd be all right, man.
So here's part of the video is there's an employee every hour that switches out, a new person every hour, and that's and part of the joke is that to some degree that person is Sans worked at the Lego store for a year, so and not everyone will have an intro, I guess, because it would just make the video 30 minutes long. But for Sans, we would be our next employee is Sans. He was a door greeter at the Lego store for 1 year, and he's and then it cuts an interview of him, and he's I absolutely hated it. It's the worst time I've had in my life. And then it cuts back to the store, and it's hi, welcome to MandR Megastore. I'm Sans. Let me know if you need anything. He's just doing the same thing that he hated. Something like that is part of the video. But their job as an employee is just have fun with it, do whatever you want for an hour. They don't need to
You will be selling merch though, to be clear.
We'll be selling actual stuff. They can push sales. They can tell people not to buy anything. They can do whatever they want. It's for their job is make the video fun or funny or do, whatever you want for an hour. You're working there for an hour, but you don't really need to do anything. Someone else,
You have a schedule and everything.
someone else that's for both days running like the actual like sale system. So that when someone leaves the store, they go to the checkout thing and JB will check them out and that'll be squared away there. So,
JB will be managing the register, as it were, which is also like a little handheld chip the card for you. Tyler.
Well, I don't know if it's possible.
There it is.
It seems like you would want to be not away from it, but kind of separate from it in a way. Like it'd be awesome if they let you have like a little tiny table right there.
We do have
we have a 6 foot. We have a 6 foot table next to the structure.
So that could be for the signage, and then they could walk past you and go into the store if they wanted to. You know what I mean?
You know what, Ryan? I think we'll talk about this offline, but I think there might be a way to where it could do both. There could be a line for just you, but maybe there's one that also comes in that's run the shop, which we can do with those stanchions. Like the things they have at movie theaters or theme. They have them there. Maybe they can get a direct path and then you alternate. Somebody just wants to meet you, you do that one, and then the next one comes in. Like we could do it that way. It's almost like Fast Pass at Disney, But I'm not trying to overcomplicate it, but I don't know. Like I just don't want people to if they get the thing after they met you, like, oh, I want to get it signed, and then they got to get back in whatever line there is. So
I want to avoid problems.
Yeah, I don't think it's super jerky to be.
That, man.
And by the way, if they're waiting in line to meet you, I think they'd want to check out the shop, whether they buy something or not. It doesn't matter. I mean, I think people just will be out of curiosity.
The experience of being able to go inside.
That's what I think. I mean, there's a lot of thought was put into what's going on in there. And speaking of which, Ryan, any teasers about said merch? Do we want to reveal any of that tonight?
I got these in the other day. A couple. Nice
dude, the Imperial Shuttle one I'm grabbing instantly.
Supposed to have more, but I only got these two.
Oh my gosh, you got a 501st battle pack?
I feel like I'm like 3 years late on this. I should have done this 3 years ago, but I didn't.
It's all good though, man.
Are those tiles? Is that like a
they're tiles.
Yeah. Tiles, okay.
So this one I only got 100. I only got 100 of each. I'll get more of these before I got the 100 and I like held them and I'm like 100 is not enough. These might. Like, I don't know, like part of my like mental gymnastics with this is like, it's one person at a time, it's a slow, like, it's not like I have a booth where I'm like trying to sell things as fast as possible, make as much money as possible. It's like to some degree, like the store has shot itself in the foot as far as profitability goes. But like stuff like this, where it's like, there's only 100, like this might, I don't want to run out. I want to have enough because I think they're cool. So I'll get more. And then
my first time seeing that. That's awesome.
And then these next two things aren't like my merch necessarily, but they're B3 customs that I'll have there. And they are these little numbers.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
These are gnarly. So big fan of these little carbonite characters, Stormtrooper, Jar Jar. Just
wow.
Are they
we'll have the
yeah, they're printed.
Literally pick a brick wall. That'll be good.
These will be part of the pick a brick wall. That's what these will be. And then
we're gonna have shot glasses, little plastic shot glasses for your pick a brick.
I'm just not used to the printed, carbonite stuff, man. I got a UCS Razor Crest behind me, and I had to put stickers on that motherfucker.
See,
dude.
Another reason why the Razor Crest ain't good. Stickered carbonite.
Sorry about the cursing, man. Those stickers and UCS sets really get me.
This is A-Cop, dude. We cuss here. It's fine. You're not.
I'm just saying,
you can be filtered on.
Everybody always talks about
Sunday
Rabbit
morning show. We'll all be respectable on the Sunday morning show.
All right, I'm gonna join on my phone, so I can show you all what I've got.
Question from the chat, Ryan: are these pad printed or UV printed?
UV.
Question.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Hive, I do love that hat. I'm just realizing what that hat is. That hat.
Everybody's asking about
it's a good hat.
The hat.
Are there helmet?
Where'd you get it from? Sorry, we had a couple people say, "How do I get the hat?" Or is this a custom? Okay.
No, I got it at Books A Million actually at the mall.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw it, snatched it up immediately.
Wait, where did you say Hive? Where'd you get it at?
Books A Million. Bam, baby.
Yeah,
it's still a
bam.
thing.
Really?
Yeah, wow.
How long ago?
Dude, is it?
At least 6 months ago. Maybe a little longer.
Oh, they might still sell it, yeah.
Yeah, but you can probably find it on Amazon or something too.
Quick sidebar. Why do you guys think, and I know Books A Million's kind of taking a beating, but like Barnes and Noble is still like kind of doing okay while everyone's dying out there. Like, why do you
They
think
actually just closed the Barnes and Noble near me.
blurry vision? Inception Sean over here.
Oh snap! You got a
Barnes
donation,
and Noble
man.
is like a little more. I don't know. It feels like the
Upscale.
Target of bookstores.
Dude, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
Oh,
Barnes and Noble feels
Sure,
like
but
the
I
Target.
mean, like, it's funny that the rent. You guys see, I mean, it's a lot of rent for that place. So you hear about physical dying and all that. But I mean, anyway. So I mean, shout out to them.
Barnes and Noble
Well,
rent.
certain businesses are. Oh, I was gonna say certain businesses are doing well with certain things. Like for instance, Barnes and Nobles, they sell books. Well, let's replace some books, man. Tablets,
digital
what I mean?
books, right? That's what I'm saying. Even they're selling them. It's weird. All right,
Yeah.
Brian, go ahead and do what you're going to do, and then we got to get to Jack Super. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Here, I'll blow you up here.
yeah, give me a second here. I packed today, or I packed most things today as best I could because space do be limited. But
Yeah.
in the
Is he frozen?
Uh oh.
Is he frozen for you guys?
Yeah, Ryan, you're frozen. If you can hear me, man.
Looking at where are we look junk in the trunk? What's going on?
Ryan, let it go. You're frozen.
can you hear me now?
Ah,
Yeah.
whoa!
You're back. Damn.
God damn!
So
Wow.
this is about as full as I could probably get 10 more in here. Actually, I probably should get another pack.
Dude, that blows text thumbnail out
What's
the
up in your
water,
boxers, man?
Oh, this isn't even all the. Well, I did you saw my picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like not even. I mean, this is most of the stuff that's inside here is like there's a bunch of boxes in there. A lot of the boxes are like, we'll have these and then some of like the keychain lights and stuff. So like we've got some like cool like official products that'll be there that I think will be dope. Like usually,
Ryan, I'm gonna be donating all of my salary right back into merch. It looks like
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. So
when I work for Disney, it
there's,
was crazy.
There's 500 Blue Milk Lukes in here somewhere. You can't. Even
I'm sorry.
see
Did you say
them.
500 Blue Milk Lukes?
Yeah, more realistically, probably like 470. But yeah.
Oh,
Don't fudge like that. Okay.
470? Damn.
I like to see these young entrepreneurs.
Look at
So
this. Now, Ryan, serious question, man. I don't know if you're a speedster, but let's say you're cutting through Georgia and you just stop paying attention. You're going 70 in a 55 and you get lit up. Got anything in the car, son? What's your answer to that?
Nothing you need to be concerned about, officer.
Whoa!
I did like as I was packing this, I thought about like those border crossing shows where like they like look through car like spots, and I'm like, I feel like I'm packing my car like I'm trying to avoid packing as much as I can. Like I'm like, will it fit in this little hole that like goes into the body of the car? Like, will it,
I don't know, man. I feel like I know some friends that would be impressed.
And Ryan, we'll be selling those for what is it? What's the price point on those at the show?
What is those?
The 212 or
$212? I think $11, maybe $12, but $11 probably. Luke?
Yeah.
35.
That's damn
Wow.
good. Especially
I
in
will definitely
person.
be buying one of those, man.
There you go. So those of you that missed out on this, I mean, we gave a lot of coverage to this Blue Milk Luke during the fiasco of the deluxe Skywalker edition launch.
Oh, yeah.
Now's your chance, man. 35. I think that's pretty fair out there.
So up here, my suitcase, my backpack, my camera bag, and then anything else I can fit, shoes, anything else I need, I probably don't need. So that'll fit
show
on.
into the car like with the back seats down. Is it?
We're getting there. We're getting there.
You're getting there. Your
Mm-hmm.
MPG.
Oh no, dude!
I think why not fit an extra 30 in there?
What about the glove box?
The glove box has probably
Where he keeps the gat.
sensitive documents. Oh, there is actually a brick separator in here, but nothing important.
It'd be
But
so
that's
rad
okay.
if you
I
had a
probably can't put things
lightsaber
there.
hilt in there,
Dude, I like that light down there. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Back here we have the plastic things that'll like go in the store, but they're also holding a lot of like the figures.
Yes.
We have just different items that'll be selling are in different boxes. That's the Generso box in the middle there, and then this big box here. This is completely empty, but I'll show you in a second. I have another like almost filled version. I'm waiting on one more package to show up to my house tomorrow, and that's how I'll fill up. I just wanted to space it out, so I knew I had space for this box. There's another box of stuff. I think there's a lot more stuff down here. Let's see. There's some you can't even see down there, but there's some like Mando Warriors there. I'll have a bunch of those.
Flip on your car light, Ryan.
Yeah,
Is
it's
there
pitch
one
black for us.
on the inside? You have like a.
It is on. That's
my
the
bad,
light.
my bad.
That's it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm used to my family mobile where they're lined throughout the car.
Yeah, no, hold on. I got you.
my third seating light has been activated by my child. You know.
I wanted to bring this stuff. It's just not going to fit, so not going to bring it.
Yeah, you should probably just throw those out.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to find something because I had like mapped out the product to like fit that size stuff. So I'm going to have to.
I mean, would it not be
figure
worth
that out.
shipping them?
No, it would just cost too much shit to ship, and it's too much hassle to worry about.
Hey, Danny.
Shout
I'll
out to Danny in the chat. What's happening?
She'll be working at the store. Tyler, I don't remember if I asked you, but I wanted you to work at the store.
Yeah, you asked me during that one.
Okay.
I'm down, dude, for an hour.
Sure.
Heck yeah,
Okay.
man. Heck yeah.
Hey, real
Yeah.
quick, I got to get back to this super real quick, Ryan. What will be the next clone pack from another? I get another one from Jackwagon, dude. You're too generous. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Jackwagon.
Jackwagon just with the donos, man. Thank you so much. What will be the next clone pack, assuming they don't find a way to reuse the 501st torso? LOL. Also, favorite recent non-Star Wars sets. He just got the Lighthouse, so I guess a two-parter. What will be the next clone pack if it's not 501st? And what are you digging non-Star Wars lately?
Who's starting off?
Oh, I thought it was for I don't know. Tyler, go for it.
Well, I mean, next clone pack. I
You
mean,
should put the camera back.
for battle packs, I mean, I would probably go clone wise. I mean, I'd hate to be optimistic, but like I'd say regular phase 2. I think is like the next step for really either of them. I think Lego is notably doing like if we were to get a ATOT, we would get like Bly in the 327th. Like I think they're comfortable with putting legions behind bigger sets, which I'm fine with. I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
But then you give us a regular phase 2 battle pack or accessory pack. So that's my answer for the clones. What do you think?
I think regular phase 2 is the right answer. However, I am so not interested in getting any more clone troopers until they revert their bad decisions.
Hey, Ryan, I mean, would you any sort of validity on the fact, or not validity, but like, do you think at all that the next battle pack we get would be another 501st or 332nd orientated?
There's no way. There's nothing else to do.
Dude, I mean, if they just keep on putting random prints on 501st clones, make them
They're gonna do like Echo 5s and Rex in a battle pack, but they're gonna make them look really close to normal 501st troopers because that way you can army build still.
Ryan, dude,
Oh
have
my
you seen
God.
how many people have started saying all of a sudden, man, that Vaughn is good? Vaughn is a good minifigure because you can make him not look like Vaughn.
Vaughn is a bad figure, like
Yeah,
a
and I
poorly
don't-
done figure.
Yeah, so dude, the people saying that Vaughn is a good minifigure because it doesn't look, or you can make it not look like Vaughn, that should not be how it is. It's a named character. Why should you be able to make it look like not the named character? That's such a bad argument.
Yeah, why didn't they just give Cody the regular 212th print in case more people wanted to get extra ATTs?
Very
Jack,
good.
we'll try to circle back to the second part of that, but I feel like Ryan's in limbo, just like hanging over the car. So we'll let him get right back to the tour, and then we'll try to get the second half of the question there. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right. Yeah, so I should probably flip to the other side. Actually, you might be able to see it here. I put there's a bunch of foil packs kind of behind. You can kind of see it better over there. It's like behind
we'll
these
see
like
it, yeah.
plastic things. They're stuffed in there. You can't really see them down there, but there's stuff down there. There's like an extra like maybe 100 that I was able to get behind the plastic crates. And
Yo,
so-
Ryan, as a fellow Mustang owner, is there a 212th in the hidden little sunglasses compartment? Is there a 212th in there?
there's $10.
$10 bill, damn.
I don't think they'd fit. They'd fold poorly.
Is that an emergency Chick-fil-A stash for that? You can buy a number one, right?
I keep it as like emergency gas money.
That's a good point.
You never know if you're gonna need 10 or 20 bucks, so I like keep 10 or 20 bucks there. I had like $2 in I had like taken it out for some reason. I had $2 and then I gave away the $2, so I don't have the two. I didn't have it. I just put that money in there today. I was like, I need to like have my. You never know if you need cash.
Yeah, a
cash.
little reserve cash. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, just stacks of crates and things for the store that'll fit in there, and then yeah, like I said, it's all.
I like
stuff
the MandR
deep.
taping everything up. It's real.
I had to put
presentational.
something on there just so stuff didn't like fall forward out of the crates. So, yeah, there's a few more things I need to put in the car, but we're just about there. We'll go upstairs here in a second. I'll show off that other box. But there's
1,000 212.
Huh?
There's 1,000 212, right?
I have 30 or I had 3,500. I don't know how many
Holy
I still
shit,
have.
bro. Damn.
I'm probably bringing. I got to be bringing at least 1,200. Hopefully, maybe a few more. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I didn't really count as I was going. I just.
Yeah, no.
I just I just was taking out of here basically. So
yeah, I didn't know you had 35 hundo, man. Damn, I thought you only had like a K. I thought that was what that.
I got a lot.
That's effing nuts.
I got a lot. 3,500.
Grogu keychains, yeah. So yeah, and then I had a bunch of these. I probably got half this box. Yeah, I probably took about half this box of these. So not bad.
Never thought I'd see an end table made out of 2/12, but here we are. You know?
Yeah, I brought my Yavin back from my parents' house. Yavin should be at my house right about when I get back from Brickworld. So very excited about that.
The new Yavin?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Got me there.
I've achieved my end game that I've been working on for a few years. So. Yeah, you'll know how I got it when I make the video because I have to say how I got it anyway.
Just the Yavin?
Yeah, all the August sets.
Damn. Right, all I can say is at least I'm getting Vaughn tomorrow.
You got scooped, Tyler. You got scooped.
Right, well, I'll have Vaughn in person at least before. I should be able to. I'll have a Vaughn early. I mean, you guys probably know how I got Vaughn early.
I still don't know how to feel about getting what I would believe is stolen, but Lego does nothing about. So maybe it's not stolen figure. You know how it is. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I had to at least get the Vaughn early.
No, I don't.
All right, what are we looking at here, Ryan?
It's not your fault. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not blaming you. I just it's a weird spot to
yeah,
like.
I mean, it's a 6-year ordeal, man. I mean, we'll never know, I guess.
More than that, because we all saw how they treated it in 2015, and they nuked everyone. And
yeah, bro, the Snokes and the Phasmas. Oh my god. Terrible, man.
By we saw, I mean like 1% of who's around now, so they don't understand how mistreated a lot of the community or a lot of like the OG community has been by the company and why we hold such.
I mean, dude, yeah, some of the copyright BS back in the day, Ryan, was insane for everyone, man.
Overall, insane. Anyway, I'm gonna have a Brickworld 2023 exclusive
with a foil hollow sticker. Yeah, numbered. Yep.
I was supposed to post a preview of this. Oh well, I'll get to that. So it's blank out of 165. It's going to be the Zeb. I'm waiting up tomorrow's packages, the torsos. I forgot about this one. I'm also getting clone troopers. So we'll have the clone troopers. We'll have regular face. This goes right with your battle pack, Tyler. And these are going to be cheap. They'll probably be the same price as the 212 foils or 212 packs, like $11 per trooper. But it'll be UV printed torso and legs. And then the nice pad printed helmet with the official Lego clone head inside. So just waiting on that to arrive as well. But we'll have about 400 of these, but these will be limited for the Zebs. Just been working on like the arms because it all has to be attached tomorrow before I go, pain in the butt, but what are you going to do? So this is the box for like the Zeb box. So that's what the box that I needed to make sure I had space for was. So this will close up and then these are all like pre-labeled with the thing. And when I get there, I'll package them all up and they'll be good to go.
Dude, this inventory is crazy, man. Like I give you a lot of credit. This is looking like crazier than I thought. Like when you were kind of telling me about it, and this. I
really tried to have like a really wide range of products. I really wanted to make it feel legitimate as much as I could.
Well, even the quantities, bro. It's like, I mean, you're bringing enough to supply everyone. You're not just bringing.
I'm probably overdoing it, but
a bunch of money.
We'll see. Some of that stuff, the super limited stuff, I don't know, man. 165, I could see that going fast, but that's just going to add to the legend. We'll see what happens.
These are brand new that I had made for my Hothmock when I get back to it.
Wampa jerky.
Wow, Blue Milk popsicles, dude. That's awesome, man.
So, Yeah, that stuff will be there.
Oh, hey Ryan,
and,
can you see Jack Wagon's comment, or is the chat not pulled up for you?
No, I can't see the chat.
All right, no M&R collectible coins.
No, unfortunately, it's just not in my repertoire. I wasn't ready. You know.
How come you didn't do your profile picture on a silver coin?
That's funny. I might have an M&R sig fig with a 75280 torso. Probably not.
Ron, do you have any more of the sig figs that you handed out a couple years ago, like with the dark blue torso?
No.
Those are long gone.
Yeah. I'll have something new. So
there you go. Jeez.
I'll bring them with me. I don't know if I'll have like torso or legs and hair or anything for it, but I'll have the torso and the head. Yeah. So someone said I should sell fake Lego in the back earlier.
Yeah.
What about our girl Jen?
Huh?
What about our girl Jen?
Yeah, I got those. Those are the box. Those are a box in there that I showed.
Are they sealed or just the heads that you had at one point?
No, the heads are sealed, and I'm bringing like 20 sealed boxes to like fill the shelves with.
So Jen Ursel will in fact make the roster.
That is insane that Ryan is going to sell those for Lego, dude.
I had to. It's funny. Well,
I know, but I mean, but you'll actually sell them, like.
Yeah, no, they'll actually sell out at Ryan's store. Yeah.
I hope so. It'd be really funny if they did. It's like hot.
That was the only thing that you had to take home.
Oh my god! So I've been trying to think of like funny. Oh, I had to write. Sean, text me this.
Yes.
I've thought of like as many like how to make it feel like it's still not going to feel like a Lego store at all because it's going to be at a tiny shed and like it's just not. But it's the idea is to like have some of the creature comforts of a Lego store. That having a sign on the Jin so that says top 10 bestseller when it's clearly not is peak.
Dude.
That's what I'm going to do. I have to just, if you could text me that, Sean, I would appreciate it. That way I don't forget. Because that is hilarious.
I'll put it in the work doc too. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. But yeah, I brought all my TC4s. I brought a bunch of first order generals. You know, just
what are those, man? Those fake AT-ATs? What are those? What the heck? What, some Dollar General stuff?
I bought these on like Mercari like 2 years ago to maybe do something with eventually, but I haven't. You know,
yeah,
one day. I should probably bring some of these actually. Beach Vaders would probably be reasonably popular.
Oh, like how do you just have a whole drawer of those, man? I give you, dude. You're doing some crazy stuff, man.
I'm trying to think what other wild stuff I might have. I think I'm bringing.
I want some more drawerfuls of minifigs, man. I want to see more. You got any more drawers full? Fins. Okay. Some fins.
Here, nothing. Most of these are empty because I literally emptied them and put the. Oh, here's another one. Put the thing in the other thing. What do you call it?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I mean, would you be down to? I need one of those fins in the plastic, man. Would you be down to?
Yeah, I'll bring you one. Do you want it in the plastic, or can I just bring you one of these bags?
That's fine, bro. Just one of the bags. Yeah.
Grab two, Ryan.
Put our fins in the sunglasses holder, man. Put us next to the $10 so you don't forget us.
There you go.
Okay. Last thing I'll show you. So camera bag, I have to do more prep on. Last thing I'll show.
Hey, no, that's a damaged fig now. You just throw our figs down the stairs.
They're fine. Land on carpet. I did my like daily like clothing, so everything's packed. I had to buy a new suitcase because I didn't bring my suitcase home for my parents. I'm like, I'm not driving back to my parents to get a suitcase. So I just bought one.
Oh, a little Swiss Army. You got Swiss Army. That's nice. It's official. You know.
Yeah, I just bought a suitcase, and it has 4 wheels. I never had a suitcase with 4 wheels, so now I'm happy. So then we got the backpack.
Freddie's asking, does he have a drawer full of Chrome C3POs? I don't think he has a drawer full, but they're there somewhere.
Yeah, they're in brought them back to the store.
I mean, Ryan, can you disclose how many sealed Chrome Vaders you have?
Is you one?
Damn. Okay, I
have one.
If you said like 50 of them, I'd say let me buy one. But no, you only got one.
No, Timmy used to have a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember seeing those pictures from him.
That was great.
Sorry, I'm on my computer now. You can switch the cameras back.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my
little workout on that. You were running up and down the stairs, feverishly showing the merch. So, anyways, that is, I guess, yeah. So cat's out of the bag to a degree, but you still got to see it to believe it, right? Nobody knows what it's going to look like fully. I think that'll be pretty fun for people.
So yeah, we didn't even talk about the logistics of like the actual like store stuff, like the shed and the shelving. So the shed I
Big
have
ordeal.
is being shipped to Atlanta Brick Co. They texted me, or Chris had texted me maybe a week ago, and he's like, "Yo, if you need us to bring anything for you from Atlanta to Chicago, we can. We're gonna have a pretty big what do you call it, trailer or whatever, I guess, that they're taking up this year."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. Not really, I guess, because in my head I was like, well, if I'm bringing anything up, why would I drop it with them in Atlanta? Because it's already in my car and it fits, right? Like, if so I'm like, I don't think I'll use that. And then I was like, oh, what if I just have the shed shipped to them instead of like shipping it to the hotel and then being like, hey, hotel, I'm going to have a massive, really heavy box for you to handle.
They do receiving fees too, So.
Oh, would it cost money? Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I used to ship stuff to hotels all the time back in the day, and now they're hip to it, and they do like a per package or a weighted thing. So I'm glad they were able to hook it up. Seriously, it's crazy. The convention biz is crazy. Did it land? Anyway, is it there?
It'll be there tomorrow. In Atlanta,
hey.
And then
it better be.
all of the store fixtures. It turns out there's like a, what would you call it? A warehouse.
It's a retail supply store. Yeah.
Yeah, that sells like, it's called a gondola. It's like the wall thing at Walmart that would have like the pegs and the shelves.
Oh yeah.
Learning a bunch of new terms. And so I ordered all that stuff last week, and I was like, yeah, so I'll be there Wednesday to pick it up from you. And they're like, perfect. We'll see you then. I'm like, great.
Oh, you ordered it like in Illinois, like right by the.
Yeah, it's like like next on over. Shout out Carl and Des Plaines. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah.
He was very helpful throughout the whole process.
So yeah, I mean, it was quite an adventure to like piece this together from the shed. Probably looked at 50 sheds and how to assort things. So I hope
a stupid amount of sheds,
at least 50 sheds. But I think everyone's gonna dig it. Again, there's some good creative going on it. There will be signage. It is going to be. I want to be clear to everybody. This is going to be a proper retail store. Like, we're making sure of it. It's going to be as official as it can get in a shed, setup. Like from
multi-gasm geek says the Megastore is going to be a big hit. I hope people don't sleep on the name Megastore, because it's all part of the joke. It's not a Megastore. It's tiny.
That's why I was like, you're letting the kid. Yeah, because people look at that. Employee of the month. It's Ryan every month. He's giving it to himself.
We're gonna print that. We're gonna put it on the inside.
Dude, I love how it's like with the seasons as well.
Yeah, some of them have like little things. I should do that like Happy New Year's. I don't know. I might be able to get like nerd glasses for August, like back to school. I don't know. I might be able to get a bit more.
No, man, that is clever as hell, man.
Yeah. So I mean, this is going to be
dude, people are want to get their pictures taken next to the employee of the month.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like an Office Space gag. You know what I mean?
I'm just like regretting having to pick this up at Staples, and like the embarrassment of like having to pick up.
Oh yeah, them realizing it's you. Yeah.
Hey,
I did it last year.
Let me tell you something from experience. There's a lot weirder shit that's been printed at Staples than that. So don't say it, man.
I had to do it last year though for the Lego Con one, and I felt weird about that. And I didn't realize like they were going
Mayo's saying it ain't no Megastore. Yes, it is, because it's called a Megastore.
It's the biggest MandR store this side of the Mississippi.
It is the biggest MandR store of all time. Physical retail store. It's the biggest one of all times. There's no denying that. So so yeah, guys, I think just get there and see it. We'll be in on a Wednesday piecing this together, and
the shed will be there like Wednesday night, by the way. That's when they'll get there.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what time, but like Wednesday evening, and then everything else I should be able to get earlier on Wednesday. So like I'll have the other stuff built ideally by the time the shed shows up. Cool. So we'll get there.
Yep.
Yeah, I was hearing bits and pieces, man, but damn, that gets me even more excited hearing the whole thing or seeing the whole thing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sean, I guess real quick, are we gonna go back to that one, the super chat question?
Thank you. So from Jack, the second part of the super chat question, and this could be, I mean, he was asking Star Warsy stuff, so I'm thinking probably mainly aimed at Tyler and Ryan, but everybody can answer.
Go around the panel, I think.
Yeah, we can. What non-Star Wars set, Shy, have you appreciated lately? Non-Star Wars. It's a pretty wide open field. That's why I thought it was aimed at the Star Wars guys. But since Tyler wants me to send it around the horn, let's ask.
Yeah, we're going around the bases, man.
Shy's like castle. No, all right.
But you said
Let's make
lately,
it more
though.
challenging for Shy. Hold on, Shy. No castle, no modular. The stuff you're known for. No Star Wars. Like what sort of new set is struck your fancy? I know you got Pac-Man. Like what do you?
Yeah, from a theme you're not used to per se.
Yeah, like what's a weirdo buy for you? Maybe. Although he buys everything.
Buy? What the hell? This is like the most fire set right now.
Yeah. Derek Heater right here.
Right
Derek Heater. Yeah,
Right
baby.
here. Went to the theater when I was 5.
Brian, by the way, I wanted to make this into a chain, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So I'm just going to do a microfighter chain instead. The figure thing you told me people are already doing. So I'm doing a microfighter chain. That's my big spoiler. Ryan, what non-Star Wars set has struck your fancy recently?
Has anything even good come out this year?
You like that Harry Potter train quite a bit, it seemed like.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good.
You gave it a 9.6. All right, like what is there any like D2C set that you thought was pretty cool? Are you a Rivendell guy? Like, I don't know.
Rivendell was very good. I still haven't made a video on that, but yes, Rivendell.
There you go. Figured I'd help you out with that one. Hive, what non-Star Wars set? You got a lot to choose from. Thank you, Tyler. What non-Star Wars set struck your fancy recently? Because that's apparently
Honestly,
all we care about is Star Wars.
Yeah, off the top of my head, man, I'd have to say the Up House, dude.
It's pretty rad.
Even though I wouldn't have minded being, obviously maybe a little more girthy instead of opened up, but I get it.
100%.
Overall, the aesthetics of it and the minifigs, man, it was really good. Disney, man, they've been killing it this year. I mean, not for obvious reasons, but I'll give it up to them, dude.
That is real quick, Hive. That's one of those times. I think I talked about this with you on one of these shows. We're always like not wanting things to be expensive, but then it's like I was pissed when I said, "What is it, 60 on that one?"
What, the Up House?
Yeah, 60, right?
I want to say 60, but I
60
could
or
be,
70.
I could be off by $10.
Well, my point's the same. Whether it's, I think it's 60 or 70. The point is, when I saw it, I was like, ooh, man, I would have, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would have dropped 150 if it was girthy enough, like no problem. I feel like at 120, they probably would have retained, I don't know if they would have got 80% of the sales that they're getting on a $60 one, but there would have been enough to where in revenue, they would have done all right. Because the people that were wanting to get the Up House were about it, man. They didn't give a crap what it costs. You know what I mean? So that's one of those times where I like when like Yavin, we started getting piece counts. I'm like, uh-oh. It's like when it's not going to be a UCS, you start going like, what's that going to pan out to be? Tyler, what is your favorite recent non-Star Wars set?
So I'm going to kind of go a little in the future here. I'm going to go with that, if it's even, again, throw a flag if this isn't an available answer, but I'm going to go El Dorado coming out July.
We're really horned about El Dorado.
Dude, I don't know, like, because I think really has to do with the fact is, I mean, the older one I just love it anyway, but my brother's collection, which again, shout out to my brother, he's factually the reason why I'm even into Lego, because he grew up, he's 34 now, so he grew up during the the time of the classic Pirates and some of that castle and stuff. So yeah, he had. I've had that El Dorado base plate and like naturally all the parts, but it's all been in shambles for 15 years. But I've had that base plate forever, and I think it hits home as is. Let alone the fact of I have really been realizing in the past like year or two that Pirates does tickle my fancy. Like any of the eras. So I'm telling you, I mean, for only a 215 spot, Sean, as I would say, man, I mean, as long as they don't botch it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to chip the card on day one.
Yeah.
Day one, man. El Dorado. So that's what I'm going.
We're trying to make chip the card a thing, guys. He's going to chip the card. We're working on it. We'll see.
I like it. That does seem like it. Like the way they did, what was the other pirate ship one they did?
Barracuda Bay.
I think they'll execute it just as well as they did that, and I really like this idea of remaking these classics because they can stand on their own, but also like for the nostalgia bait, like just perfect.
See, did you comment?
And I was hold on real quick, Tyler. Okay. Did you comment? I was out to lunch, but do you think we're gonna get, and maybe for Ryan too, anybody on the panel, do you think we're gonna get the rad like 3D base plates or whatever these are called?
Bring that up, yeah.
Raised base plates, whatever.
We're not getting the raised base plates.
No, I mean the last raised base plate was what, like Pharaoh's Quest in like 2011, I think, right? And even then,
the
I mean,
base plates are not even Lego. They're a third party that Lego sells from.
really.
So,
See, that's a bummer.
Yeah, no, I mean, but hey, look, if anything, I wonder if there's a way, because I've got a couple, you know, the original El Dorado base plates. I wonder if there's going to be a way, like someone might mock it up, dude, where you can actually maybe modify the new one and put it on the old base plate, which would be pretty cool. If someone does that, I'll do that. But either way, man, again, I got some faith. I'm gonna, for only $215. I mean, that's a damn deal in my opinion.
What's
there's
the piece?
another army builder in this, by the way.
It's like 2,500 pieces, Sean.
Okay.
I'm getting
Yeah, I love on
Sure.
the non-theme stuff. You get a pretty good deal on the parts per, which I know isn't everything, but for some people they're still sticklers to it. So
Yeah, whatever.
Shy, could this fit, or is this going to be? Is this more pirate? What are we doing here?
Oh no, this is going to be a new army for me. For sure,
Okay.
these figs are going on bricks and
yeah,
and I'm buying 1,000 of them for sure.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
have a full-on regiment of Imperial soldiers.
Yo,
Okay.
hey, Shy, have you seen the new promo they're coming out with supposedly too of the one era of Castle, like the one? It's gonna be another.
You're talking about Majesto. I thought that was a
bro.
rumor.
Yeah,
That wasn't confirmed yet. Everyone's a lot of the people that were talking about that were like, "Oh, I don't think it's real." So now I'm
really.
like,
The GWP.
yeah, the GWP.
I've heard it a lot. I feel like it's probably got some reality
Well, see,
to it.
last year this time they had the Lion Knights one during Brickworld week, and now they're doing the classic space or that Spaceman one. It's like they're purposely putting like some of the best promos of the year during Brickworld weekend to give Woodfield Mall $500,000 of revenue that weekend instead of $100K.
Yep. Yeah. I heard it was a rumor. I heard it was legit, and then I heard that it was fake. So I'm like, now I don't know what to believe. So I'm just gonna wait till someone leaks an actual image of it, or it actually comes to fruition.
Yeah, dude, where's the El Dorado pick? I'm fiending for it. We're only 19
not only that,
on.
but the Viking set from the Target Ideas, whatever. That
Dude,
also
speaking of that, you guys remember the vote on the Target exclusive, right? It was the Viking set versus a putt golf.
you want the
Of course, I want that. I mean, I want both. Don't get me wrong, but I really love the way that was executed. I hope that gets a comeback, at some point. Yeah. Anyway, there you go, Jack. I hope that was the answer you're looking for, bud. And again, we appreciate the $40,000 you've put through on it. But no, we appreciate it. And just to remind everyone, everything that you guys do for us, we put right back into the show to step up quality, be able to go do stuff, all that stuff. So we appreciate you guys sending in some super chats and whatnot. Viking set versus mini golf versus ocean animals. That's right. Yeah, ocean animals was all right, but it wasn't. To me, it wasn't as fly as the other two. Yeah, for those of you guys that are in the chat wondering what's going on and why we're on, it's just a special edition. This is, we're still the Thursday night delight and all that stuff, but occasionally we'll do a Sunday night thing, and we thought that the Brickworld hype sort of warranted it. So
I think this worked, man. This was a damn good.
Yeah, no, I think it was great.
It's been a good time.
Thank you, and I think that we get into some closing thoughts, some parting shots. I don't want it to be a marathon tonight. One more from Jack Wagon. Thank you, sir. Any thoughts on the future for Indiana Jones theme? We'll take it around the horn quickly. Shy, are we ever going to get the Temple of Doom? Ryan is giving the universal sign for slitting the throat, which means he thinks it's dead. Shy,
I think it's
how's it selling out there? I mean, I feel like
that's the thing. I don't think it's selling as hot anymore, and when everything's already out there, and
it had its couple weeks in the sun. Yeah,
it's really going to depend on that. I don't think it's going to go further.
Ryan, I hear Indy 5 is a real stinkeroony. So, I mean, like, I'm hearing the movie's bad. Whatever. I'll check it out eventually, but it doesn't look good from the trailer. It looks very CGI. What do you think about Indy? You think you already said it's.
There were more sets. They'd be coming out August 1st, like they were supposed to. There were like 4 or 5 Indiana Jones 5 sets that were part of like the original rumors. They ain't coming out now. That's it. This is a one and done. Take it, enjoy it, and it's gone type of thing. And to a degree, not every theme that like whoever comes out with should be a forever theme. It's okay for something. It might suck that you might really like Indiana Jones and you want them to make more, but if they did Pirates of the Caribbean next year for a one go of it, one and done, and then they did whatever else the next year, Power Minders or something, bad example, but
Hey, tell that to Harry Potter, Ryan. Harry Potter needs to get out of here.
Harry Potter is probably more popular than But anyway,
dude, I don't care what anyone says. Harry Potter needs a 2-year break, man. Just 2 years on the bench, get it out of here, man.
Dude, that is so hilarious, man. I was laughing my ass off when you said that. Just because I know all the Harry Potter fans are like.
I agree. I think Harry Potter is overstated, but I originally thought it'd be a 3-year theme, and it definitely panned out. Like the 3, it's done. It had 3 years.
It's done like a double 3, yeah.
It's definitely done the double 3 with the way that because the big 3 basically have been like the castles, where they all combine for each of the 3 years. That's been like the big thing of the 3 years each time. So now we're going to be going. Will there be another cycle? It's a good question.
Yeah.
It seems like the train's going to be their new X-Wing, man.
Same thing. Unlike Star Wars, Star Wars has a lot of X-Wings and Luke's land speeders. Harry Potter is there's not as many like out there things, and there's also not as much. I don't think there's not as many like ravenous fans that care about Anakin's Clone Wars Y-Wing from 2008.
Well, dude, don't call that set out. That's fantastic.
No, I'm not saying there's anything bad with that. I'm saying that there's no equivalent to that for Harry Potter, and there aren't people that care about that equivalency in Harry Potter as much as there is for Star Wars.
Oh, Ryan, I mean, you're telling me you're not aware that there's 17 different tan buildings in Harry Potter? I mean, there's a fan of all those buildings.
As Star Wars gets for gray ships, we should really start.
That's a good point, because I feel like it's always the school and the train with them.
Tan building, red train. Whoa!
Dude, on the Walmart shelves, man. Even my dad can sometimes tell me. My dad can't even tell these Harry Potter sets apart until he literally looks at the set number of the pieces. He can't tell them apart because they're all tan buildings.
Stud Lake brings up a good point. I mean, it's most of it's obvious. Don't waste 5 sets on a bad movie, even if it's good IP. I agree with that. But the thing I wanted to touch on from this comment is, why didn't we get Spider-Verse sets? Like, I mean,
they don't make anything Sony, man. They didn't. I mean,
it was crazy though, because
I think it's the Sony thing.
Is it a Sony thing? Okay, I didn't know, because it seems like a no-brainer. I mean, my kids are already crazy about the Spidey and Friends, and we got the Junior set, but I think some, not 18 plus necessarily, but whatever, standard play sets of Enter the Spider-Verse with Miles, like, just give it to me, it would have been awesome. So I agree. And also Mario sets that people actually want. Can you imagine if that was so well timed that they released if they released the minifigs with the movie, like they should have?
The movie
seemed like a missed opportunity.
It's crazy, because I mean, I've now programmed myself to look at movies 100 different ways for different reasons. Of course, one of them is like, that's a set. I'm sure we all do this, and I'm like, man, there was a couple that's a sets going on in Mario, like tons. Anyway, so that's kind of a missed opportunity.
One more,
yes, sir.
One more note for Indiana Jones. The decision to not do more Indiana Jones was made many months ago, if not like a year ago for sure, because it's not like they're waiting to see if it sells well. Like the movie sets would be coming out if they were doing more.
Correct. They would have had to produce them how long ago for them to hit August 1st? They would have already had to be in production early this year, right?
Yeah, but there was a lot of they kept pushing it out and doing reshoots and stuff too. So I don't know if that might have affected the timing.
Oh, true. Yeah,
I've never seen a movie that had 1 million reshoots come out and be awesome. I don't think that's ever happened.
Dude, why they made a new Indiana Jones movie? they shouldn't even made the last one.
What's weird is it seems like he's so crotchety and stuff. Like, I don't even know why he agreed to it. He didn't even want to do it, but he's like, all right.
Like, you can pull Han Solo off, but Indiana
Jones, he didn't even want to
man,
come back for the sequels. Like, he's just like, Harrison's like, leave me the F alone, dude. Like, I feel bad. They're dragging him out into this mess.
Well,
anyway.
He's in Marvel now too, man. He's Red Hulk.
I'll see it out of respect, just to send it off, but whatever. All right, let's go around the horn. We'll get, unless somebody has anything else, we'll do some closing takes here.
I mean, should we put it up for the chat for a second? Like, just like any final Brickworld questions that someone's just got?
Yeah, good point. Is there any burning Brickworld questions? Then we'll take it around the horn for some goodbyes, and we'll call it a show. I don't want it to be a super marathon tonight.
We're not doing a 72-hour marathon until we actually land.
Until we actually leave.
Hey, listen, 2.5 hours a light snack for ACOB. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
This is my morning. This is my good morning Brickworld since my sleep schedule, man. I'm only 5 hours into my day.
Well, you have you have your your Tyler schedule that you live off of. Tyler, are you going to be vlogging at Brickworld, Tyler?
No, Brickworld's my time just to
turn off.
I don't like as is again. I'm pretty antisocial anyway. I don't even think I would be able to put the camera up. Like I can't do it in stores. I'm not gonna be able to do it at Brickworld. But even then, it's just like, look, man, I just want my 5 days. Just to. That's why I'm not even displaying this year. Really, just for the fact of I just want to go there and not have to. I just want to be able to shut off my mind. Like I don't want to have to worry about my mock. Setting stuff up. Someone doing this and that, packing it, bringing it back, and like. I just want to shut my brain off for 5 days and enjoy my time. So no, I'm not going to be vlogging.
Do I have your approval to shove my camera in your face on occasion during this? Is that okay?
That's fine. I don't care if other people shove their cameras in my face, but I'm just not like I don't want it's just the principle of I don't want the camera
in my hand. You don't want to work. Like, you want to hang. You want a good hang.
Yeah, I just don't want to like carry something around, have to feel obligated to do something,
Jesse's Brick Galaxy, are we there yet? We're getting close, man. Some people are taking off tomorrow. Mayo in the chat is already there. He came a long way to get there. That's very exciting.
I mean, is almost everyone actually going to get there Tuesday? Is that what I'm hearing? Like, I mean,
Tuesday, Wednesday seems to be the consensus on that. I'm getting in Wednesday. So I guess I didn't give my flight path earlier.
No, you weren't saying that.
I'm going up to Brent, so he doesn't have to drive down by himself from Columbus, and we'll go check out his hometown and have a little Chillicothe rager.
You'll probably be crossing right by my house, man. I mean, if you're coming down, honestly, dude. I mean, either route you take, I'm like you'll be probably 5 minutes within my house. You coming down?
I'm probably gonna.
I want to reenact your Imperial shuttle video there, Tyler. Like where I come by your house and I'm ready to make an offer on the Rancor pit, and you just you do it for the love.
Sean, should I grab the Rancor really quick just to tease you a little bit?
No, don't. It's fine.
Is that what you want the whole set?
It's not that much of a heater. No, I mean, I want it, but I don't want Tyler to part with it if he doesn't want to. It's not like it's hard to find. I just I want a crisp.
I'll sell you my Rancor.
I need as long as it's minty fresh. I'm in. Bring it for me. I need no flaws on it. I'm a weirdo. All right. Sorry, Seattle fans been asking a few times. Maybe for Ryan, who's been recently in Hive, whoever goes to this. Garage sale, is that private or can anybody go to the garage sale in Virginia? Just to clarify, it's a Virginia question.
You have to buy the weekend pass, like $80 or whatever.
There you go. Yeah. Ryan, are you going to put any videos out? Hopefully he's not burnt out. It's been a bit sparse lately. He's been working on, the Mega Shop, man. What are you doing? Megastore.
I got 3 videos done. Hopefully there'll be a 4th for next week. But as you can see, we got Tennu Jedi Temple review.
I was wondering where that was, Ryan. I'm like, I'm surprised you didn't get that yet.
And we got Lego Star Wars would never. It probably won't be the final title, but it's the Death Star, the knockoff Death Star. Hold on, I'll give you. This is what I'm going to post on Instagram, so I'll just show you this now.
Nice.
So watch that video when that comes out. Probably next Saturday. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited. We did a really cool thing for that video at the end.
The Megastore.
Long, but yeah, I'm happy with that video.
Yeah, he's been asking us a lot.
I'll show y'all after.
Yeah, I'm going to answer this real quick. Does somebody know the answer? Sorry, Captain Bricks, my bad. Do the Pick-a-Brick boxes hold more than the cups, or is it the same or less? Does anyone know? I know this is going to be a thing.
Yeah, Ryan, didn't you get some boxed Pab? You haven't yet? I thought the Disney one had it. No, I guess not.
Shy will know the answer to this. Shy.
I mean, you would think it's a box versus a cylinder, so yeah. But wait, I don't know the dimensions. I wouldn't know.
That'd be cool if they did them like Chinese takeout style, with the little handle on top, and made them concave just to mess with everybody.
One thing that I don't understand is, not to get too much into it, but the Pick-a-Brick cups you could take back to the Lego store to fill up. And now I don't know what the percentage rate or whatever of people that did that, but it would just seem to me that that's more environmentally friendly than just chucking out cardboard boxes constantly.
It is, but that's on the end user. You can't, and someone has to buy one to begin with to be able to start. It's not like everyone will have forever like a Pab cup that they can just use.
I'm sure it's like compost recyclable
to have the product or the cup.
They are going to pat themselves on the back when this comes out in a big way.
Well, I would like to think that they would at least be cheaper because boxes are cheaper to make than the
and their PR already has an answer, and we'll see what it is because they're going to be asked that, and they're going to have a very clever answer that.
No, they won't answer that. They don't answer.
I'm saying if they do, Ryan, if they probably won't. But I'm saying part of their job is they know that's going to be asked somewhere by somebody, and they'll have an answer for it.
Maybe for like in the store by employees. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
100%.
Themselves doesn't like they're not.
Yeah, I do cool stuff, but at a lower level, and we're prepped for stuff like that. I'm sure they're gonna have a PR person have some sort of clever response. Trust me, some form of fashion. Do I think they'll just outright? I mean, I don't know. They might make a campaign about it, but I always think it is kind of interesting when they do these moves. By the way, I got my first paper bags ever with. I
was going to ask that, man. I've not gotten any.
Derek here, yeah. So like, I don't know. It was fine. I ripped it open and built it. Whatever. I don't know.
Hey, Sean, maybe put up
talking about
comment.
16 years now, and we're just now getting the paper bags. Like, it's interesting.
I'm shocked it happened this year. I didn't think they would happen this year.
But it was only the dyno, just to be clear. The whole set's not in paper. So,
how hard can it be?
It's paper.
Talked about it for 3 years.
Well, set up the line and all that is difficult to execute. But again, with the resources they have, it should not be 3 years. You're absolutely right. But it is not just a flip of the switch. I mean, it changes everything. Who knows? Maybe they couldn't source the paper they want. Couldn't get the right deal. I don't know. Hive, were you starting to say something? I'm sorry.
No.
Well, I just said, Sean, really quick. Put up. Giovanni asked, "How come they don't do cardboard cups?"
How come they don't do cardboard cups? I don't know. Okay.
Sean, do you have an answer? Instead of cardboard box,
I have an answer.
Make a pap cup in cardboard. Yeah,
I don't know. They're moving to paper. I think the answer is the same. I think I don't know. We'll see. It's probably 100% recycled. They're going to pat themselves on the back over it, and that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't have a big deep answer.
I don't know, man. Cardboard boxes like that don't seem very premium to me, but that's just mine.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a downscale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hive calls
dude, the tab cups last forever, man.
Only the best.
Only
the best.
Yeah, I mean, dude, now these pab cups might be worth a little something in 50 years. Honestly,
I
would recommend everyone keep on to them.
Jackwagon single-handedly funding my medieval times ticket at this point. Excited for Ryan and Tyler's Yoda Starfighter review. Are you boys excited about your Starfighter reviews? I know Tyler was mid to say the very least on it.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a stack, dude. I'm not gonna at this point. That said, I'm probably not. I was not gonna really review it either way. But I mean, if Ryan gets it this early, I mean, I've got no shot anyway, and I don't care for the set. So I mean, I'll just genuinely just wait to get a sealed one on sale. Like I do not need to build that. Like if I don't get it early, I don't need to build it type thing.
I should have it in about 10 days when I'm back from Brickworld. It should be ideally right when I get back. It'll be at my doorstep.
Casual drops that on you, Tyler.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, way to make my day better, right?
We're working very hard for many years to get a deal with a company to be able to make
okay, Ryan, I know exactly. Okay, yeah, Ryan. Okay.
Yeah.
I have
Ryan, you told me this. Yeah, you told me this.
I've been working this for a long time. I've put in a lot of back end work on getting something done with a lot of people.
Lego is allowing that?
They can't. Don't worry about it. It's not their problem.
Okay.
Ruining their product.
Fuck offline, Tyler. What are we doing here, man? Come on, man.
They don't get to decide. It's separate.
All right, I'm going to call it here. Let's go around the horn real quick. Shy, closing thoughts, Brickworld. I mean, I feel like we've talked about a lot. We probably missed a lot, but I mean, we're going on 3 hours here. I mean, I feel like we set the table pretty well.
Make it 6 hours, Sean.
No, end this already. God damn it. No, I got nothing. I'm just excited for it. Can't wait to meet and see everybody that I've never met before, and can't wait to see everybody I met already. Looking forward to rebuilding my entire mock from scratch, and yeah, that's it.
Ryan, you're ready.
A bad idea.
There you go. Ryan, any closing thoughts on Brickworld?
You might actually be better off shipping it.
There it is. There's his closing thought.
No, I get to at least I can hold myself accountable for bringing it over instead of just losing in the mail.
You don't have to, Mayday. Everything I do is on the up and up, my dude. You don't have to play dirty. You just have to work a little harder.
Yeah, and I'll give Ryan credit. That's a smart idea, Ryan.
One of my, and of course, as soon as I start doing this, things will change. But I mean, what I'm doing is something I complained to them about 3 years ago. I was like, hey, why is this? Why can't you get me stuff like this? It's been 3 years. and so now, of course, I've finally gotten to where I want to be with it. I don't want to say too much, but in the place I want to be, or with a deal I like or whatever. And now, I'm sure they'll change immediately, whatever they're doing, so it can, but
no, full credit, man. I'll give you full credit, Ryan. That's a good idea.
Yeah. My goal was really to do this 2 years ago. I started working on this summer of 2021. I really wanted to get the summer sets first. I was like, it was one of my big goals. It didn't happen, but I was really driven to do that. Didn't happen last year. And now I finally got it. But anyway, the Lego convention that's happening next week. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good time. I hope we sell everything. That would be ideal. I'll save a lot of gas coming back. I don't know. I'm excited for a convention, although it feels, I know it's going to go by fast. I'm a little worried.
Yeah, no,
it's going to go by real fast.
Very busy.
It's going to be super fast. I know.
We're going to have another stream afterwards being like, dude, we're
only 364 more days till Brickworld.
No, the good thing is you got Brick Bear on the heels, but yeah.
There you go. I don't know if I'm making it that way. I think I get the permission slip for one of these a year, so that's probably what's happening. Hive, closing thoughts. Brickworld, the time is upon us, sir.
Kick some ass. That's what I got to say about that, man.
Kick some ass.
Dude, seriously, lots of fun, man. We're gonna see awesome mocks. We're gonna get to see friends, hang out, meet a lot of people for the first time, have a lot of fun while we're there, eat some good food. Dude, I mean, buy some stuff. Apparently I'm gonna be dropping a chunk of change at Ryan's Megastore employee of the month.
Preview day. We'll open it on a private day for a little bit just to test.
We'll do a friends of Ryan. Actually, friends and family is what restaurants do before they open. So we'll do a friends and family.
But yeah, man,
soft opening.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right,
looking forward to it.
I've come through to the soft open. We'll all be there. Tyler, your closing thoughts. I mean, I feel like your hype for this has been picking up tremendously over the last few weeks. I think you're rearing to go, sir.
I'm ready to go, man. I think, for everyone's sake, a good time for all of us. And most importantly, even for me too. And this happened to me last year also, just me as an individual, beginning of 2022, I was in a real kind of dark spot, not really uploading too much. And then, Brickworld happened and it really kind of just rejuvenated, just meeting people, seeing mocks, getting inspired and just realizing damn, this really is, this is the group of people that I'm most comfortable with, enjoy my time with, have the best conversations with. And then more so this year, I mean, I've not been in the deepest of slumps, obviously, but I think in general, I think this year will be another time where, it kind of hits my reset button a little bit, perfectly halfway through the year. I kind of, get more motivation, get inspired, connect with people, talk with people, bounce ideas off of other people. And then, everything I kind of did the first half of the year, I can take all that, what I learned at Brickworld, and then make the back half of 2023 great. So I think that's another reason why genuinely it's perfect. I mean, I think everything about Brickworld, man, I'm forever fortunate that, it's in my backyard and, everyone's going, it's pretty much the biggest convention. It's damn
guys,
good.
To be clear, there's no, not that should be pretty obvious. It's not sponsored in any way. We just, we're just sharing with you our excitement. And again, if we could say anything, if you can't make it this year, all good. Let's get it figured out for next year. Like I was mentioning earlier, it really is, as far as these things go, very economical. I feel like everybody could piece this together if they wanted to. So we'd love to see you guys there next year if you can make it. Those of you that are coming, come say hello to all of us. Shout out to Firebird. I don't think I called him out in the chat. Firebird's going to have an amazing mock as well. And also huge thanks to the panel for coming in on a Sunday night, and also to the Girth Gang, who's been over 100 strong for the most part all night long.
That's a Sunday night.
Just tremendous on a Sunday night. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. So yeah, man, I've got one more work day tomorrow, and then I'm at the airport at 6:50 a.m. The Asheville Regional Airport, so I can go hang with Brent and get into a little bit of hit the wrong button, get into a little bit of fun before we head down to Chicago and we start constructing the MandR Megastore. Unbelievable. It's going to be a lot of fun. So for Shy Time is My Time, for Ryan from MandR Productions, for Brick Hive, and for Tyler from LifeBricks, this has been Sean the Right Way, and this little show you're listening to is a special edition of a couple of Brickheads, the Brickworld edition. We will see you all later on this week, but from Chicago. Peace.